Okay. So, just to fill you in, because you're hearing all of this chat,
No, you're not.
it's
Hello, welcome back to
it's been
Some
a it's been a
Genocide, the only good podcast maybe that's ever been made. We're back. We're finally back. I'm your host, Jaden, joined as always. Oh, we
by
can't keep this a bit up.
0.47. What? No. Oh. I I wasn't doing the bit.
Well, you were already taking your time.
Fuck you. No. Fuck you. Okay, I'm not introducing myself. God damn it.
That's
I
right,
was
because you already know.
trying.
You already know.
Okay. Yeah. Everyone already knows.
Oh, and what game did we play for this? It did not take us like 5 months to play this game, for the record. It's been a minute, but there have been a lot of
It took us like a week to play
difficulties.
this game.
It took us, let me check, I have it pulled up here. 1 day, two, no. Something like, I don't know, like 3 days or something.
3 days.
Like 3 days of active play, yeah.
Yeah, you were really in on this one. I cooked with the suggestion. Hunger 2.
Fear and Hunger 2,
Fear and Hunger 2
Termina.
Termina.
There's a colon, right? Or is it a dash?
Oh,
or is
no,
it a space?
I assume it's a colon, but I was doing like the body part colon bit.
Ah, I see. You know, there's a surprising lack of colons within the world of Hunger.
That's not true.
It might be a little true.
There's literally dialogue about it.
I'm sure there's some dialogue about it, but like...
If you choose to have gay sex in the first game.
Well, we're not talking about the first game. Well, I mean, we will, but, like, you know, not right now. Probably.
How many other games that we've played have talked about colons specifically?
I mean, like, not a lot, but, you know... At least one, probably. Probably,
Which
I guess.
one?
Oh, I don't know, off the top of the dome, but, you know...
I don't think
probably
Monkey
Island.
No.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, it's like a PG game. They don't talk about that shit.
Yeah, they do.
No, I don't think they do.
Buddy, they love colons over there.
In the PG world?
Yeah. It's their, like, favorite.
Sure. Uh-huh. Actually, 100 line might.
It probably does.
Probably does, yeah.
I reckon Yugama's probably got a line in there about colons at least once.
Yeah, probably.
So what's Fear and Hunger?
That's our commentary on Hunger.
Termina about Owen. Fill us in.
On what level? Are we talking, like, literally, philosophically?
Let's stick with, like, a literalism for right now.
Okay, so Big Moon, it's gonna kill everyone. This definitely isn't Zelda.
Yeah.
And, you know, everyone, but it's not Nazi Germany, or fantasy Nazi Germany. Same time frame, so, like, same tech level and stuff. And the Nazis are into some weird shit. It's basically, we're in Prehevel. Prehevel? I don't know. I guess it depends. Like, yeah, something like that. Which is basically just Bohemia, in this world. And the Nazis are there for some reason, including Hitler.
That's true.
And no one's not really sure why. And a bunch of people are on a train there for various reasons, or through there, various reasons. And then they all have a simultaneous dream about being gutted and then crawling through a toy making shop and then ending up on the top of the tower, the occultist tower in Prehevel, with a creepy dude and the moon, telling them they're going to take part in a game, and then
they do.
From there...
And then you play the video game, Fear and Hunger 2 Termina.
Yeah, so that's sort of the premise. It's, easily the most dark and fucked up of the things we've done. Easily the least PG of the things we've played. It's a lot, but it's a lot in a good way. The first one is maybe a lot in not as good a
Not
way, but
quite
this one's
as
a
good
lot
a
in a
way
good way.
as
Yeah.
that's our brief Funker 2 primer. There are you get to choose. You start the game. You don't actually get into that when you start the game. You start the game. You choose a guy. You choose one of 8 fellas. There's like a mechanic lady. There's Jotaro Kujo from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stardust Crusaders. There's like there's a woman. There's class occultist. It's just
Which
like a girl.
one?
Marina. There's just a occultist.
Oh yeah.
There's
The Catholic trans
sure.
woman, yes.
There's Levi, who's like I don't know. He's just like a little guy.
He's PTSD from the war, extreme drug addict.
Yeah.
Due to like being medicated for the war.
There's Yugami from the 100 Line Last Defense Academy. There's there's a girl in a wheelchair. There's a journalist, my favorite class. How many are we at? Is that 7 of 8? Do we get to our guy now? Have we skipped anybody that's important? I'm not counting. Lastly, there's the sole person of color in the roster, class Yellow Mage, which means something if you played the first game, but I didn't. So I looked at him and I was like, what the fuck is a Yellow Mage? He seems interesting. Little did I know.
Okay, guys, I was shocked when Jaden didn't pick Yugami 100 Line.
Why would I pick him?
Because, we were big fans of Yugami 100 Line.
Yeah.
And then there he was in a game that came out before 100 Line.
True.
And yeah. So I was quite surprised when you didn't pick him. Although you picked the person I was second most thinking you would pick. So.
Wow. Yes, and so little did I know that picking this guy Osa, or as in our playthrough he's known as Osaz, because of the way that you so you can choose their name, but they all have like default names. But like the way the keyboard input worked was like, I don't know, it wasn't like bugging, but it's a little jank.
Oh God. My brother and I just did a deep dive into Civ 2, and this reminds me of something.
Civ 2?
So in Civ 2, there's a male and female leader for each civilization, except they didn't bother to do the research to figure out a female leader for a lot of the older or less Western civilizations. And the worst of them, I mean, you've got like Sacagawea for leading the wrong tribe, for example. But you've also got Shaka and Shakala, the feminization of Shaka. Zulu.
They force-fed Shaka Zulu. No.
Yeah, this is Civ 2, the woke agenda. So that's sort of the name change of the token black character, token African character. Just made me think of that.
Yes.
Random aside.
No, all good. Very much better aside than anything I've said, which is that. So every character has like their own like little introduction sequence where you basically choose like starting abilities. But if you choose Osa, you get to do a whole Radical Dreamers style text adventure that you can die in. It's awesome. Yeah. I died when I first chose it.
You died twice, right?
Maybe. I don't remember.
There's literally a coin flip or you die, which is a core mechanic of the series.
That's true.
Less prevalent in the second game, but you would do it in his intro.
In his like text adventure intro, where he's like going through the Dungeons of Fear and Hunger from the first game, and I'm like, damn, I thought everybody would have that kind of style, but no, it's just him.
No, just
him, just the guy I chose on just randomly. So it took me like 5 tries to get through his intro sequence, because I did the first couple times, and then I did like the abridged version where you just make the choices or like get like a set couple of things from the dungeons, and then you have the normal choices that everybody else gets. But I restarted that like once or twice to get like better stuff, because I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Well, and his are ingrained into the text adventure, so it's harder without prior knowledge to get the abilities you want going in with him than any other character.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
But at least with him, you get ahead with playing Osa. And then on the train. Well, actually, and then you do the opening sequence with the that you already explained with the dream, and I'm like, well, I died to the. There's like a little guy there, and he fights you, and he can kill you. He probably will kill you.
And
he killed me. Unless you're playing Marco.
Yeah, unless you're playing Marco, unless you're playing Jotaro, in which case you just punch him.
Or if you understand how the ref system works.
Yeah. What I meant by like getting gutted, he will literally gut you and remove your limbs, your legs, so you can't leave and have to keep doing your job. It's quite the tone setter. Although I guess kinda. Our friend Osaz had the text adventure, which is a even weirder tone setter that is unique to him.
Yeah, it was an interesting start, and then you get off the train. Everybody's like, "Wow, that was crazy. We have to do the Termina festival, whatever that could be. Let's all go to the tower. Let's all do some introductions."
When I will say, when I played, I started as Marina, but I ended up switching to Olivia, the girl in the wheelchair, for a number of reasons that we may or may not get to. But I believe the dude takes your wheelchair, if I remember correctly. It's really fucked up. Like
that's really funny.
In the beginning. Yeah. So, yeah, introductions.
We've already went over like most of the guys. Those are all the guys that are playable, but there's 4 more guys. There's the only one that there's 2 that are
more than 4 more.
Aren't there only 12 participants, right? So there's 8 playable.
I think there are 14. I believe it's 14.
14.
Let me double check.
Because there's Henrik, there's Pav, Caligula, August. Oh, and then Tanaka.
Oh, there's Tanaka and
and Samurai.
Yeah.
How could I forget?
She doesn't get introduced.
Yes, right. Samurai, Caligula aren't like getting introduced. August is also he's like a little there, but he's not. I don't think he like doesn't really say much.
Oh yeah, he's there just sitting on top of the perching on top of the train.
Yeah.
Yeah, my goat Pav is there in a Nazi outfit.
Yes, that's your goat.
Yeah, there's someone hiding in the train. There's Tanaka, who's awesome.
He's just
very
like a
funny
guy.
Character.
Shout out Tanaka. Rip Tanaka, bro. He's just got murdered every time I played.
It's very like that's got to be the whole purpose of your run, and you've got to kind of like plan it out or script it like to figure out how to not get him killed. Henrik is very funny.
Mr. will not be appearing in my playthroughs, Henrik.
Yeah, Mr. is sexist to Abella and then ceases. It's great.
And
I believe Olivia, if you're not playing as Olivia, does not have a wheelchair at this point.
Correct.
So she's just kind of on the ground, God damn it, I can't do shit.
Fuck.
I'm actually the most useful person here because I know how to look at plants. But yeah.
Yeah, because you're on like the outskirts of Braheville, and you're like, damn, we need to get in there. And so you try
need food and stuff, but it's locked.
Yeah, so you're wandering out the forest.
And the woodsman.
Not yet. You're wandering the forest, this forest area, because it's an RPG Maker game, so you can just picture it in your mind already. I know you can. And I'm just kind of wandering in the forest, kind of aimlessly, because that's really it. You don't really have any direction, other than. Well, it's funny. They always just remember to go to the big tower in the center, but it's not like a game where you can ever see the tower in perspective, where it would be a useful landmark. I think it's really funny. So we wander in the forest, and I was like, I can't remember what did I die to first. Did I die to the woodsman first, or did I die to I don't know, some other miscellaneous thing first. Or I get in the city and get jumped by some fella. I can't
So
remember.
your first couple deaths were either in the dungeon or to the guy, and then outside of it, I can't quite remember. I don't think you ever died to the woodsman.
No, I think he always got owned.
Yeah.
Because okay, so when you die, you can like sort of walk a little. You can walk around, and in a little side area, it's like a little hut where you can see this this woodcutter fella just chop up some other dude, and you're like, damn, I should stay away from him. Because on your first time going through that screen, he's busy doing that. But if you go back through the
Yeah.
screen, watch out, be wary.
Well, the next time I believe isn't he chopping up Tanaka?
No,
Or did you? Or
no.
did you save Tanaka for his
Tanaka always
second
gets
fate?
got by needles in my playthroughs.
Okay. Yeah,
Because
no,
of
the
because
woodsman
that's how
can
I
get
played. Because I
Tanaka.
always went because I ended up playing by going through getting a Bella first, instantly.
Oh yeah. Of course.
So that was like our first day of play session, with just me wandering around and dying, and I was like, damn, this is not fun or even enjoyable in like a tedium way.
Mm-hmm.
Because I made literally zero progress. I could not get to any point to save.
And with the amount of time spent on trying to get a character
Yeah,
going with Osa, yeah, it was a rough
it
first
was a
day.
rough first day, and then next day of play, I have it kind of written down from my journaling that I do. Um, we got through day one, so this game has a timer, kind of. You're introduced to it. It just flashes day one. What's the tagline for day one, Owen?
I don't remember, man.
Oh well, shit, neither do I. They all have different taglines,
Isn't
but
it just day? Oh, yeah,
I
I
only
don't
remember the
remember.
second one because it's also the name of a song in that game soundtrack. I'm sure the first one and third ones are too, but I only remember number two. It doesn't matter.
Uh, yeah, but basically the day's split up into three parts.
Yeah,
Um,
like morning, afternoon, night, and there's no indication on how time will pass until you pass time, which is by sleeping in a bed, which is also how you save the game. Also, this game does not have a built-in suspend feature. We have to use a mod to get one, because
yeah,
we just wouldn't
it
always have time to end our play sessions naturally.
it just didn't make sense for the format we were playing the game.
But, allegedly that's just like a limitation of RPG Maker. I don't really know or care that strongly. But, point is, okay, so we finished our day one. After just literally wandering around forever, not being able to find any other character that's willing to talk to me, because you can basically go either straight into the city where I die, go there's west where the
Well, straight
woodsman
into the
is,
outskirts of the city
outskirts of the city,
because
yes,
yeah,
where I die. Go west where there's the woodsman. I'm like, damn, I don't want to go there, because there is a bit more past him. You can like either sneak past him or try and fight him, but I never quite realized that until Owen had to tell me explicitly. And you can go east to like a little shore and coastal area and talk to these
yeah.
dudes that they have this green sickness or whatever, moon scorching, something like
Moon
that.
scorching was, I believe, at that point.
And that's where
didn't
Karen is the journalist and Don
yeah,
Yugamu are, and I'm like,
Dawn wasn't there yet.
was
It
he
was just
Don?
Karen at first.
Was it just
Yeah,
Karen?
I'm
I don't
pretty
remember.
sure. I'm pretty sure first it was just Karen, and then by the second time segment or something, she shows up.
Sure, but point is,
Something
neither of
like
them
that.
fucking joined me like assholes. Because they're, I don't know, busy, I don't know, being non-combatants or whatever.
Well, she was literally just doing her job. She was like doing her career.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
So after much fun and going down, I go. Owen tells me to go to keep trying to go past the woodsman, go west, because past the woodsman there's these two fucking dogs that kill you, unless you kill them. But they can be
Actually, that was probably the first thing that killed
That's
you
almost
in the
certainly true. I
environment.
probably did that and then proceeded to give up on further attempts that
Yeah.
way. So you keep going there. You get to like a little dungeon area, or like a little underground like tunnel system, and you meet a Bella mechanic who's probably one of the best party members in the game, and Pav is
At least
also
at the
there.
she's 100% the best at the beginning. There's not a better companion at the beginning.
Doing this will also cause something else to happen for completely arbitrary reasons, other than Miro, the dev, wants it to be pretty much impossible to have an ending where everybody survives. I think it's
Except
stupid.
It's not at all impossible.
It's not, but it's kind of scuffed and relies on like weird shit.
You can never do it accidentally. You can never do it without prior understanding of the game. It's basically never going to happen.
Yeah.
But there we lost our first member of the tournament, right?
Yeah. Oh no, actually, well, 2 members. I was even talking about, well, because if you go in there and don't, at this point in time, this is where Tanaka gets murked by Needles, who's fucking Art the Clown, or whatever, something like that, and just chilling out in the dungeons. He's a freaky little guy. Yeah. He'll kill you a couple times, but you can like kind of get his ass for real. Which I think I did on, was it in a failed run or on the actual run that I got his ass in the tunnels that first time by still knocking him with a bow? I don't remember. And just thugging it out.
Not, because you ended up killing him in the city.
Right, yeah. But it wasn't too much later, I don't think.
It wasn't.
At any rate, yeah, you can pretty easily avoid him, to be honest. But you can also see him sawing Tanaka's head off, rip bozo. I guess, because Tanaka's also in the woods, like, please help! I'm spooked. Because you like find like a dead body or whatever, and he's like, ah.
Yeah, he doesn't know what the fuck to do with that, because he's just some guy.
He's literally just a guy. He's a salaryman before the concept of the salaryman was invented.
Like from Japan, doesn't speak amazing whatever language they're speaking. Just decidedly very out of place.
Yeah.
So he's having trouble. He gets decapitated, and then was anyone else dead at the end of the first time segment?
Had we killed the mayor yet?
Oh no, absolutely no. You didn't get it. You definitely didn't get into the city get through the gate until the second time segment.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Because instead I had my first bed, which was the huntsman's bed. Because if
you went out, kill
the huntsman because he's a bum.
His bed.
Or is he a huntsman or woodsman? Doesn't matter. The point is that he has a goat. He has a pet goat that you can like interact with, but I couldn't do anything with because you can get him to be a party member, but unfortunately I never did.
It involves ritual, like circle drawing and stuff.
Yeah. You have to do some.
The circle there.
I got kind of close because I think I started with Gorgoroth Affinity, because I didn't know what any of the gods were, or whichever affinity you need.
So I think the goat was like a guy who was fucking the woodsman's wife.
Yes, something like that.
Peak.
And because woodsman's like a sulfur guy, I think, is the implication.
Oh no, the goat. Well, yeah. I don't know.
I don't really remember.
Everyone's affiliations
to be
are
honest.
hazy. Yeah.
We played this game in late July, early August. It is December 13th for me. It's December 12th for you. I'm in the nation of Japan right now.
Yeah.
We haven't really given like an update. I sound probably mad different. I'm on like a shitty laptop. Because
I'm on my computer, but it's prone to like the visuals to cut out at any moment. It's been doing good so far, but it's,
Be wary.
Yeah.
Be wary.
Yeah.
Hey, it's been 25 minutes so far. Or about.
Oh man, it's been 25 minutes and we've just described...
We just described the events of the game.
We should not do what we did for some of the other games.
Bad podcasters.
Yeah.
This is so boring.
We should probably talk about the game on a different level.
How does the game play, Owen?
It's well, okay. If you know what you're doing and understand the game, it's a puzzle game. If you don't, it just seems like the game is trying to kill you at all times in the most unfair ways possible. Until you do what you did. Or if you play Marco.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know if I'd describe it that harshly. Some of just things are stacked more against you than maybe it would seem. I played on normal mode, for the record. I also think a lot
This
of,
game has a reputation of being incredibly hard.
and I think it's kind of insane, but we can get to that later.
Yeah.
Because I also just think I generally did not understand like a core mechanic of the video game. Pretty much until I had like either after I had finished or until around I finished or until afterwards, I generally did not
Rev?
understand how revving worked, except for in the context of casting, of like the way that Zoza has like a special ability where his magic scales based on how many rev, like, so every turn you have maximum of like 3 little dots on your guy, and every turn you get +1 dot that you can use to like buff like attacks or get like double attack if you use all 3 in a turn. I never ever expended any ref points. You can also use them to cast spells, but I don't. I think I circumvented that with Spice Forge bullshit.
Yeah.
Because Osa has like a special ability. Well, it is Spice Forge also, but I just mean like if you just keep your ref points stocked, his magic damage also scales to be stupid.
Yeah, it like doubles, and or is it like 180 at 3 points? Something really
Something
dumb.
really stupid. Yeah, so I just never bothered spending them, even when I got other characters that did not have that mechanic.
You did spend them occasionally just by accident,
Sure.
I believe, through abilities.
Although, so by the time you get just a second character, it turns into a wildly different game. Or maybe it's just when you get a Bella, because she can almost infinitely stun lock. That's not quite true. It's only like a really in every other turn stun lock with wrench toss, but it kind of doesn't matter.
Yeah. No, Abella is crazy.
I don't understand why anybody would go for Henrik over her, unless you're just trying to spice up your playthrough. Because basically,
Henrik is not like recruitable.
Well, you can save him, and then you can't get a Bella.
Yeah, but you instead get infinite hunger and health refreshes.
Right, but you get that just by playing the video game.
yeah.
So this game has like a hunger mechanic. It's like a survival game. It's like Minecraft or Rust. Rust Mobile just announced at the Game Awards 2025. I've never played Rust. Does it have a hunger mechanic?
You think I know?
Have you not played Rust?
No.
Oh, I thought you had. I'm thinking of Ark. I'm thinking of all your 100,000 hours of Ark Survival Evolved.
100,000. Okay. I'm pulling up the counter now. A whole 100 hours of Ark.
Okay, so that may be like several orders of magnitude like... smaller, but that's still way more than anybody should ever admit in a public space like this. And the whole world will know.
Ark was really fun. The whole world. Ark, well, I say this proudly. Ark was really fun, but not because it was good. It was fun because it was bad. Jack and I, the main thing we used to do is lag out the game so that we could do like hops with the giant kangaroo and lag out the game so we just never gain downwards momentum and just hop across the whole like massive map.
So stupid.
Like shit like that. So yeah. We certainly were not like tryharding and stuff. We were just bullshitting around.
But does it have a hunger mechanic? Can you starve to death in Ark:
yes.
Survival Evolved? Okay.
I don't know if you can technically starve to death, but it will cause other things that will kill you.
Yeah.
I think not eating will cause internal hemorrhaging, like increase any other going on, like bleeding or something. I don't. Ark's mechanic. I don't. Yeah. Whatever. But yes, it is.
Yes.
It is a game with food.
And so is Fear and Hunger 2, Termina. It's also a game with food, but there's a lot of food. It kind of doesn't matter. So you have a hunger bar that starts at 100 and it goes down to 0. I think if you hit 0, you die. I never let it get below 50 because that's when you start getting debuffs. But you kind of have
You
enough
also
food.
ended up getting the ability that decreased hunger, like, build up
Well, yeah,
and
because
stuff.
like
So
I killed Henry, so like fuck that guy.
yeah.
Well, I didn't kill him. I killed the mayor. Very
Yeah. So do
different.
you want to talk about what that means? Because
Um,
that's probably the most interesting aspect of the
yeah,
game on a face value
kind
level.
of. I don't know. I'd say maybe limb-based combat, but also moon score. So,
Mm-hmm.
guys, so you have all these
Well, you
contestants.
say limb, it's dick-based combat.
Nope, not really. Who has okay, who's got cocks?
Not as much as Funker One.
Huntsman's got
Not as
cock,
much as Funker
but
One.
it like comes off because it's like a parasitic organism. Um, I'm impressed that the restraint did not give Needles a penis. I said I don't think so. We've got Bobbies don't have them. I think one of the guys in the mob does, but not all of them. Maybe what are the dudes like in the mob area? They're not like scorched guys, but they've got
Okay,
like they're like
so
melting.
full list. Okay, Janitor does. Woodsman does. Janitor being the guy at the
The guy at
beginning
the
of the
beginning,
game.
but he's not like a real enemy. He doesn't count.
Um, ba 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 ba. That has other genitalia. The Rontiel. The neighbor, kind of.
Neighbor, neighbor. What the fuck? The
The
fuck is a
big mole
neighbor?
creatures.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they're pretty. Those are pretty
Uh,
abstract penises.
the ratkin does.
The what?
Uh, the rat guys.
Did I
They're the
fight any
sewers.
rat guys?
I assume so. The half cocoon guys, like the melty guys.
That's what I'm
like I
thinking of.
think you
Yes,
were saying.
the cocoon guys.
I don't think the fecal
Ratkin.
hounds do.
No.
The pillarmen kind of do.
Eh,
Poe does, but you never experienced Poe.
Poe? Who the fuck is
So
Poe?
um, so the I'll send you
You're
an
making shit up.
image. No, they spawn. There's like two of them on medium difficulty, and they spawn in like
What the
like
fuck is that? I never encountered one
like
of
death
those.
mask. Like death mask, they spawn in. Have set locations that they can spawn in, and you just didn't. On the big mode.
On fuck you mode?
On fuck you mode.
Masochism mode, but
let me
spelled
take
differently.
let me take a screenshot of the list of places they are. And they're really bad. They're really bad.
Alright, we've got
They're
Dr. Kiefer's Tricks and Magic basement, which I never went into. In two-story house, that could be anywhere. In derelict house, I think that's the one out sort of by the coast area that has like the basement area that you go in, and then you can go out of getting like more into the city once you unlock it. I think that's what derelict house is. In restaurant, which I never really went into because Henrik was dead, and the orphanage basement. That seems unfortunate. One in old storage. Which one? Where's old storage? I don't remember.
Old storage is the massive warehouse, I believe, in the ruined streets.
Sure. One in yeah, that place. So I thought it was gonna have like an encounter in it, but you just kind of loot it.
Yeah, well, it does. It has a very high. It has a chance of having one.
One in the basement passageway of Almer in Mausoleum Valley. That seems fucking annoying. And 4 in the museum. Not for me.
Yeah, so you have to interact with the lamp in Dr. Kiefer's tricks and magic to deal with these.
Which I did not do.
Which you did not do.
I went to a place called Tricks and Magic. I talked to him once. He seemed very annoyed with me. And so I
And
said,
then you fucked
well, you're
up.
not having my business. And so I
Yeah,
left.
so
Because this
yeah,
game,
and
because by the point I'd reached, this game kind of conditions you to not engage with things. So why would I bother engaging with him?
well, I think it conditions you to engage with the contestants, but not a lot
But not like a shady guy
not a
in
lot of
sunglasses.
not anyone who expresses any hostility towards you that is an NPC and not a contestant. Like the shopkeeper that said go back, we're closed today, like that, like you went back and interacted with him because he was just saying he was closed
He was also
today.
just like
But
a
like,
normal
yeah.
human being,
Yeah.
more or less, as much as one could be. Or like the head guy, the guy with that wanted the whoever he wanted. Who said it? He wanted like the dude, like the priest in the mayor's house and some other head.
Well, he
Oh,
sort of wanted
and Vile.
everyone's
I think he
head.
wanted Vile's head. Dude, shout out Vile.
Oh yeah.
So Vile's a dude in like a pig mask and like or maybe just a pig. I think it looks like a mask, but it might be like melted onto his face. It's a mask. It's a mask
Oh
like
wait, no,
texturally, but it
it's
is
a
kind of
gas
now.
mask.
It's,
No, it's a gas mask. You can keep
I know about the thing.
funniest
Yeah, yeah,
way to
yeah.
kill a boss. Okay, yeah, explain the thing. It's the best way of killing any
So,
boss. And
so he's like a guy in like a weird like pig gas mask that's kind of melted onto his face. I think. And he's got like a gas canister that he's spraying you with, and then he sprays you with it and he beats you just like over the head with it. He's a pretty strong enemy early on, but what you can do with him if you don't want to, assuming you just don't run away from him, which is what I did for a while. This game has a talk option. That's one of the things you can do in battle. It's broadly useless unless you are playing as Karen or get Karen's abilities. Or at very specific scenarios, like Vile, where you can just ask him like, "What was that? Come again?" Because he's talking through like a gas mask and can't like actually articulate his words. And then if you keep doing that enough, you'll just suffocate to death as he like struggles to
yeah,
take the mask off.
he'll try to take the mask off, and then he breathes in his own poison and dies.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I did not do that on my playthrough. On my playthrough, I beat him to death.
Yeah.
Because again, Avella, Stunlock, the whole complete game changer. Mm-hmm. No longer do I have to worry about things like mechanics when I can free stun on a limb every turn. Easy.
And it does like stupid damage too.
Yeah.
The big issue with it is you gotta remember to re-equip the wrench, or you waste a turn every combat re-equipping it.
But it didn't. I think I only forgot to re-equip it once or twice, and it didn't matter super much. Yeah. Let's see, because there's all right. Let's get into So your first.
So we never talked about what the gentleman was.
The gentleman. You mean the mayor, or the gentleman? Which is he called? Because he takes the position of the mayor. He's the gentleman
in the mayor's.
He becomes he's the new mayor gentleman for like a day.
Yeah, but his title and everything is the gentleman.
Gentleman, whatever. So there's like a big old like fat guy.
I wouldn't say he's particularly fat.
He's incredibly large.
His legs are very short. He's kind of got the build of a gorilla.
Okay, but that's because he's like a weird. I don't know. I would not describe him as particularly gorilla-like. In any way.
Well, no, he's a gentleman. Well, no, the small legs, massive arms hunched forward.
His legs are not small, by the way.
His legs are like so small compared to his arms.
I guess, but like, I don't know. Anyways, point is, it's like Henrik, but he got like fucked up and mutated. Because you can either, if you go to like the mansion, so you're trying to get in the city, and then like into the city, and you told that you can go get keys into like from the gate from the mayor. And so if you do that first, you can actually find Henrik, and like he'll be like all bugging and whatever.
Describe to the class, what are you laughing at?
Oh, I just sent over early art for the gentleman's like battle sprite, which is largely the same, except his vest, instead of being like a normal kind of brown leather, is bright pink, as is his bow tie, which he actually does not have in the final game.
Yeah.
He
and
has
he's got like a
he has
ruffled
glowing
shirt.
red eyes, and like a very stupid expression. He's got like, I think it's just supposed to be like wrinkles or like weird parts on his mouth, but it looks like cat whiskers.
It looks like cat whiskers, yeah.
He's got like more. He's got like a second smaller set of horns, or maybe they're like bat ears. I'm not quite sure what is going on there. And
they're more the big pair are more clearly horns than they are in
the final thing. They kind of look like two sad prongs on a jester's hat, but they were just skin color. And of course he has like a giant penis. But what else is new?
Yeah. Well, that is new, to be clear. Also, he is not wearing pants.
Well, yeah. I feel like that's pretty implicit with the whole giant penis thing.
Well, but he is in the original, or in the final.
Yes.
And it actually quite goes against like the narrative encounter with him.
Yeah, because he's like a gentleman, and like when you find him, you can like completely, you can get the what do you call it, the keys if you just like talk to him and like engage in conversation normally. But I kind of called, he like shows you like various pictures of like food, or describes them at least. It's like, what does this remind you of? And so of course I'm like, it's like a penis. And then he's like, what? You can't do that at this table. And then he fights you, but we own him.
Except that happens like if you go to not fight him, that happens like 3 times. Like 3 different things.
Well, yeah, I think he asks you all of them, or at least you can. I think we got to at least like the second one. We didn't immediately piss him off. We saved him.
Yes.
Because I
tried. Very
tried.
sophisticated.
I tried.
Definitely not a massive misogynist.
Yeah. And then you fight him, and it's like a boss fight where he can like stab you with his big old fork.
It's awesome. So, what's actually going on here, though?
So when you kill him, you obtain a soul. You obtain a suffocated soul, and I'm like, okay. And then I move on with my life. I want to try and take his head, but I can't because his head is too big. I mean, his body is too thick to be cut through. And then eventually Owen points out, and by points out I mean tells me, because I truly did not realize this, because you spend all of 5 seconds with Henrik if you don't go and save him, that he's wearing like the same clothes as Henrik, and Henrik has like a food thing going on because he's like a chef, but you literally would not know that unless you go and spend time with him, which I didn't because I didn't find him.
In his opening, in where he's being misogynistic, he's like, if we find some stuff, I can find like a kitchen. I can make food for you guys.
I guess all I remember of that sequence was him being like, "Hey, Bella, nice ass." I'm like, okay, buddy. That's that. I'm like, oh, we like got his soul because he's like one of the guys. Well, because like then every time you go to sleep, you go to the big tower, where what's his name? Something.
The guy.
Yeah, the guy. What's his name?
Percolate. Guy. Yeah, the guy. Yeah, Percolate. There we go.
He was like a freaky guy. He's like, he's kind of like Dementia from Super Paper Mario. He's very Super Paper Mario coded in his design, like a Dementia and Count Black and all those guys. I think he would fit right in. He's like kind of the overseer of this whole thing for Rare, who's the moon god, because it's a big smiling moon and you have a 30-day timer. Hey guys, now in the city, this Termina festival. Hey guys, I wonder, it's a big festival. Hey, I wonder what's going on here. Um, at any rate, and you every time you go to sleep and go to the dream tower, you get like an update on all the contestants, who's alive, who's dead, and it's like Henrik dead. I'm like, huh? We're at
Oh, and I'm
Bozo.
like, I wonder why that is.
It's because all the
Um,
contestants have unique souls, and that unlocks like their bit of the skill tree, or their skills in the skill tree, the hexen, um, which the game will not tell you about even remotely. You have to just figure it out or be told,
mhm.
because you know that's how we play this game.
Yeah.
Although Henrik skills are fucking useless, mostly. I mean, the one that
You
like
ended up you ended up going up out of your way to collect stuff for them.
not really, just kind of the
For
only.
the
Well,
they
because a
you
lot of
got
the
one
because
you
a
got
lot of the
one
skills are
advanced
useless.
recipe. You got one advanced recipe, and you got one. You got the hunger build up
I got the
decrease.
hunger one pretty quick early on because it was like one of the only ones that it was even remotely useful. Because I generally kept people alive.
Mm-hmm.
The recipe was just like a thing I could take. Because what else was I gonna take? The skill that kills you. I got enough affinity with that because all the whatever 14 whatever participants have their own skill trees, as well as all the gods of the world. Allmare, who's Jesus, Rare, who's the moon, Grogroth, who's a guy, Sylvian, who's also a guy. Um, there's the tree. There's Venushka. There's a tree.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Who's the daughter of or the son of the Gorgoroth and
Sylvian,
Sylvian?
and that's all. I mean, there's also like the Sulfur guy, but he's not like uh,
He doesn't
he's
have
not one of the old gods or whatever. He's like, I don't think he's an old god in the deep lore. I think I don't know really, because I don't
he's as
like
much of an
care.
old he's as much of an old god as Almer is, which is important because it
Yes,
turns
because
out
he's he might be Almer.
they're the same person.
Ooh.
Um, yeah, or they're different parts. One of them's the mortal part, and one of them's the like divine part
Yeah,
of Almer, but both ended up divines. Um, so
yeah.
um,
I care so
but
much
yeah,
about the
so
game's lore.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
The game's lore in like that kind of respect. Anyways, yeah. And as Osai, you start with like, and so yeah, you can build affinity with the gods by like drawing ritual circles if you know the ritual, if you know like the symbols. Um,
Which
although
you can get if
you get
through nothing
randomly, you
else.
just get randomly. There's a lot of
Or
random
no,
generation in
you
this
can get
game.
them for you can hand in people's heads to Pocket Cat
I
to get them.
guess, but there's much more useful
You
things
didn't
to get
have
from
to do
Pocket Cat.
yeah you didn't have to do that because you found them all,
Yeah,
or started with them as those saw.
yeah, because there are set ritual circles throughout like the world that you can draw in if you have chalk, um,
Mm-hmm.
which you generally will. Except for I think the one time I really needed it, and you can do well because like so the way it's set up is like each ritual circle you can only like do fucking like a set of like with some ritual circles you can only pray to like Gorogoth or Sylvia and actually have it do something. Gorogoth is useless, I think. Um, not useless like literally useless, but like why would you ever do it? I don't actually remember what it does for you.
Build
Well, yes, it
affinity.
builds affinity. They all build affinity.
Yeah,
Does it
yeah.
do anything else?
I don't remember honestly.
Sylvian's is like a full heal, including limb restoration, which can be very useful. It
And
was very
status
useful in
clears.
this playthrough. We'll get there. Well, kind of actually. I think not really because of the way that ended up going, but we'll get there. I think that's at least something worth talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Almer is a free save, which I did not know. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I wish I kind of knew that because instead I used a lot of blood portal. Who is this? Grogmoth is blood portal,
Oh yeah, blood portal.
which is
Okay,
actually
yeah, yeah.
useless. I thought it'd be really useful. Don't do it. They're I mean, well, Grogmoth Affinity is nice for like Black Orbit stuff for spells that he gets, but
Well,
it's really
you
not
you can't
useful.
you can't use an Almer at all of them. You can't.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So you might as
But
well
you might
do
as
the
well
blood
save them
portal.
for no. You might as well save them for like use for Sylvian when you need it. or
Oh,
somebody more useful.
that's fair.
Oh, there's the God of
Being
Fear and
able to
Hunger. No,
quickly
no, no.
get
All
from the
Mer- no. What's all? No, no. Fear and Hunger is save point. There's the God of Fear and Hunger. By the way, that's another one. There's like a new god, but not in like the. So in the deep lore, there are like new gods, and there's like
the
as like a term,
original
and there's the original
3
guys, but then like the God of Fear and Hunger, a
or the
god that
original
is new to
4.
the world, but is not a new god in the way that like the guys from the first game are new gods. She like went above and
Mm-hmm.
beyond.
And this happens as part of the first game.
Yeah, that's all first game. It doesn't really matter. Like it matters, but you don't need to know.
Yeah.
Well, so what?
So,
Wait, what? I can't remember. Okay.
So we're at this point we're sort of rambling on.
We're just rambling about mechanics in abstract. These are mechanics in the video game.
What sort of elements were like of the game were interesting to you? Were the new Moonscorch contestants a thing that you found interesting?
Yeah, they were cool. Although I didn't really encounter many of. Well, I encountered maybe half of them. Because let's see, we did Henrik. That was pretty early. Because I do think it's stupid. I think it's annoying. Let me say this right now. One of my annoyances about this video game, I have many, kind of, but is that most things in this game, if you do a thing and it has consequences, they're like natural and it feels right. But basically, there's an arbitrary choice between Abella and Henrik, where for no reason the other will Moonscorch if you don't like save them at the beginning of day one.
The reason is that so you run into a Moonscorch contestant.
Yes,
quickly.
I get that, but I just wish there was a narrative bit because I think it's just stupid. I just think it's stupid. When most other things in this game feel considered, it's like, fuck you. If you want to do a save everyone run, which is already like a challenge run because it's very useful to kill people. It's like you have to basically do weird exploits and just avoid stepping on certain tiles when going through the tunnels to not trigger Abella's thing.
Or be Abella.
Or play as Abella, but then you still have to do kind of other weird things. Anyways, other Moonscorches that I actually encountered. Dysmorphia. That was a fun one.
Yeah, Dysmorphia.
That was a fun one. I like the rare
the
world.
girl who hid in the train.
Yeah, Samri, who I found pretty early. Well, like I found her on the train. I'm like, what was that about? And then you like were so confused. I was like, there's like a guy in the train that ran away. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I didn't
flabbergasted.
Understand what you meant.
Like, there's a guy in the train that's like, is Marina there? I'm like, yeah, I think she's somewhere.
But Dysmorphia is fun. Her whole thing is interesting. She's psychic and parasocial and fun. Who else did you encounter?
Well, yeah, I kind of well, you guys basically led me to Dysmorphia. Because I was already in the zone for like the thing that you get there, but then you're like, go ahead, go see this. I'm like, fuck. Do the boss fight, and then you get the skill Masturbate. Because this is a funny video game. Other Moonscorches I fought, Weeping Shot. Is that the name of Levi's Moonscorch?
Scope.
Weeping Scope. I tried really hard. I tried really hard to save Levi, but it couldn't be done.
Yeah. I mean, I think that was one of the more interesting like arcs of the game was your attempt to save it. Your futile. It wasn't futile. You just didn't succeed. Attempt to save Levi.
Because I got him. Because there's like you see him like getting beat on by Caligula, and so I just blew him up. Blew Caligula up. Didn't even get to see his Moonscorch.
The giant
monstrosity or whatever it's called.
Just monster.
Monster, yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, Caligula sucks.
Oh yeah, he's Italian mobster.
Yeah.
Just hates everyone.
And then I also think Weeping Scope is funny because I never actually really encountered his like mechanics as like an overworld boss. I just kind of ran up to him because like I don't really remember how everything was triggered, but he's like in the orphanage, and theoretically it's like you can be like running through like the ruined streets and he'll be like shooting at you, But when I was running
And then
playing,
there's like a maze section in the orphanage that he can shoot you
yeah, but
to.
that just didn't happen for me. He was just
Yeah.
staying still crying, and I'm like, damn. Well, I guess
So
I'll take
there's
your
a
head.
huge like overworld combat system that
That I
Jaden didn't
did not
interact
engage
with
with
at all
because
because
Osa can't use
Osa's
guns.
yeah. So that was fun. But in exchange you got Spice Forge, which
Yeah.
led to some shit.
So while we're watching on Moon Scorches, um are those the only three I did like naturally without the other thing?
Did you get Giant naturally?
No, because Pav killed Marco.
Oh yeah
I
yeah
tried
yeah.
against all my best efforts. Pav killed Marco. Um, then I think everybody else either saved or died naturally because I in my final party. And oh well no. We had Pocket Cat and we had Olivia's thing because we which we really didn't need to do. It was kind of pointless. I'm a little upset about that, but because
Well,
basically
yeah.
they can so you can like basically recruit characters like into your party or into like your group if they're not actual playable characters. Um,
Hmm.
like Pav, you can keep Pav alive, but he's not playable, and Henrik. And I guess you can keep Killiger alive, but I don't think he'll like stay with you the same way that the others will.
Oh no, not at all.
Yeah. And so they're basically like a couple hub areas, like kind of sort of regroup areas. And the main one, because I didn't have the restaurant. Actually, I think maybe you can be in the restaurant. I don't actually know. I'm gonna be honest. But is it in like this little speakeasy? Um, and so a nice chill place. And so Don can also be the bartender, which is nice because that heals your sanity, which is basically your magic points, and also sanity. But like you don't really need to worry about it because I had infinite. So who cares?
Yeah, he had a ring that regenerated it.
That too, but I also just
So
meant Don infinite healing, infinite
oh
regen
yeah.
life. But that's where everybody who's not in your active party will just stay and chill out. But if Don is not in your active party by the start of day 3, he will moon scorch. And if Don is moon scorched, Olivia moon scorches on day 3. And they were not in my active party because I instead had the tactic of
I believe it's day 3 afternoon. I don't think it's day 3 morning.
I don't remember. It's one of those
Um,
two because everybody
yeah,
everybody scorches by day 3 at night. Um,
yeah. Those two just go quicker.
Anyways, I thought it was just a little. It
And,
was just a
and
little annoying.
Valkyrie, if not in party, I think also is that time slot.
I don't know. Anyways, I just think it's a little annoying because I had basically them, recruited and saved, but then just a little inconvenient. But oh well. Um, yeah. So they got them.
What ended up happening to them?
Well, they got moon scorched. Don so Pocket Cat is like a guy who's a servant of Rare, for real, not like plot twist. Percolate is not.
Mm-hmm.
Spoilers, by the way, I guess.
So to be clear, Dawn doesn't actually get moon
Yes,
scorch.
yes.
It's
It's just like
not a
effectively the
moon
same thing.
scorch.
So Pocket is like
Yeah,
a
it's
guy. He's like an
effectively the
entity.
same.
He's also in the first game. He's like a child sex trafficker, and also a servant of Rare.
At least that's what he's implied to be, but you sort of find out that it's not quite that.
Yeah, but
Um,
like it basically is.
it's more so child ritual sacrifice, so that other ritual sacrifices of children can't.
Yes, because Rare doesn't
But
want like any like new like ascended gods like the god of fear and hunger ended up happening. Something like that.
yeah, yeah.
Anyways, he like has like different hosts evidently just taking on their bodies or whatever. And he's been like looking after Don because Don has his like special soul type is blank soul, so he can like be
Mm-hmm.
easily for possession and whatnot. And Don's had an unfortunate life or whatever. And so by day 3, if he's not in your active party, he's like, fuck it, sure, why not? Let's Pocket Cat Max him. And so he does.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to fight him, but um, I did. It's kind of an interesting fight.
Uh,
Um,
did you do it in your like B plot world,
Yeah, because by then
Or
I'd
did you
already
just
saved. Like for
okay?
whenever day 3 started. Which again, we really did not.
Because
We could have finished the game day 2, day 2 night, but alas.
because you did end up talking to him before it happened too.
Yeah. Normal, previous Pocket Cat just in the museum or wherever, and then
So why did Dawn turning into Pocket Cat lead to Olivia getting moon scorched? Do you remember?
no, or well, like Pocket Cat like leads her over to like wherever because I don't. I
Yeah,
genuinely could not
yeah.
really tell
Pocket
you.
Cat takes her wheelchair and like literally takes her into the main room of the museum where like lets the moon scorch happen to her and then just like okay, bye bye.
Yeah, and then you just have this weird little like kind of machine thing running around the museum. I'm like, oh, that's new. Um,
Yeah,
because in the museum there's
they're
already
all sort of commentary on the character and like a combination of their belief of their most negative traits, but also like the moon's perception, the moon's guess of their most negative traits, which is it's a whole thing that I don't think we particularly have time to get into. In like level of preparedness. If we had both prepared this as a
buddy,
topic,
we
then
have
we
like
could.
infinite
But
time. This is a podcast where nothing
we
happens.
do. I don't think it's worth doing. But anyway, so Olivia sees herself sort of as like alienated, not human. Her wheelchair is as much her as anything else. So she ends up being the only like sort of inorganic moon scourge. Weeping Scope, Levi was a sniper in the war. His head ends up turning into a sniper rifle,
Yeah.
or organic sniper rifle, etc., etc. Dysmorphia is dysmorphia. I don't feel the need to elaborate because it's not like there's nothing about it that's like
It's not subtle. It's not subtle even at all.
yeah, it's not subtle and it's not and I feel like the more interesting bits of it are her dialogue
Yeah.
and stuff. So, yeah. So those are the ones you naturally encounter.
And then so if there's a big tower, the tower at the center of the city that controls it without raising a single fist or whatever. Whatever they say in the Proto Man song. Anyways, and if you that's like basically your objective. If you try and enter it, you get a warning sign like, hey, there's bad vibes, man, from any of your party members if you have party members.
Dude,
and then you can try and enter it
other
again.
friend sort of ignored this and did it anyway.
Yes,
Other friend who played this.
He was like, it's fine. It's not fine. If you do that again and ignore the warning, all of your party members will moon scorch.
Immediately. And then you have to fight them back to back.
I was really hoping it would be it would be a gank fight, but unfortunately it's back to back fights.
Yeah, and each time you lose a party member. So I think you start with 2 party members, and then you lose 2 extra party members, and then you lose 1 each time.
Yeah. So that's where I saw Marina's Moon Scorch, which is I don't remember the name, but it's pretty cool design. I mean, all the Moon Scorches are really good designs. Mira in general, I think, has really good monster designs, but the Moon Scorches are, I think, by far his best work.
Yeah, the Cocoon was Marina.
Yeah. You've got Bella, who's the thing, like a real elephant guy.
Chognar. The parasite that is the guy's dick is her face.
And somehow it just comes back magically by the power of the moon. I don't really get that one.
No, the parasite is of the moon. It's not the same one. Although it'll happen if she's like killed by it. But also her main thing is that she gets big and muscular, and her dress tears and stuff. But the thing is, she's never shown to have any issues with her masculinity or anything. So that's like this is one of the examples of the moon like misinterpreting people's insecurities, which is really interesting.
Yep.
Oh, we probably should elaborate on what Cocoon is.
It's like Marina, but
like just saying.
But like weird.
Yeah, well, her father is where her head is, but he's a giant dick, and mummified, and he's got a leash on her and
He's not
controlling
that
her.
phallic. He
And
looks like he's much more oh my god, what the fuck is it? The guy from Final Fantasy X. Oh my god.
I'm no help here.
Give me a second. Oh my god. I feel, what the fuck is it called? Not, oh my god. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
While he's working on it, she also grows an extra set of arms, and her head is where her dick is. And it's got a leash from her cocooned father, where her head should be. So it's a fucked up mess.
I'm gonna go fucking crazy.
Her father's an interesting character. He's a dick, and a dick, and a dick, and a dick.
Anima,
and then
yes.
he's gender affirming right at the end, right as he's dying.
It's actually kind of, I also forgot about the other part of Anima. It's kind of exactly like Anima. Except a little differently, but it's symbolically also kind of there, right? Except instead of being about like Seymour's mom, it's Marina's dad.
Yeah. Looking at this is very possibly direct inspiration. Probably direct inspiration, actually, looking at this. Wow, this is similar. The position of the head and legs is a clever twist on it. with her being trans and stuff, but like, yeah, this is very clearly the same idea. Just, yeah, cool, interesting. And then there was one more you saw this way, right?
Yeah, and yeah, Valkyrie, Karen, my goat.
Do you remember what's going on with this one?
Something. Well, like I know design wise, but if you mean like narratively, it's like something. She's like, something about being like, oh, she feels like weird about like kind of taking advantage of like people suffering in a wartime or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Like, she's using people's deaths as profit for her news, for her success. And she's like a fucked up Valkyrie, and more like a harpy. So even though she's called a Valkyrie and has like the braids and stuff, she's more like a harpy. Instead of leading the soldiers on to their dead, she's hoarding them on her back for her own profit, her own strength. Not letting their memories rest, not honoring them, exploiting them, is sort of the dealio there. I can't remember if she like casts them off and uses them against you, but you definitely killed her far too quick for that to happen. I believe she was the last one you fought, and you were already... I believe you kept all your rev and everything. You already had your magic set up, and you're just like one shot dead.
Yeah, they all... So okay. You kind of... so mechanically, at least but you broadly, I think is pretty easy to do. You will quickly outscale the difficulty of this game. You will start off being very, very weak, and it'll be just kind of annoying. And then you get the sweet spot, what I think is a sweet spot of difficulty. You get one or two party members. Things are still, I think, a good challenge. You still feel the atmosphere, but it doesn't feel as just annoying, where like, at the slightest inconvenience, you're like, I might as well just die and reset my save.
Yeah, so this problem is made far worse by playing as Marco or Osa. So much worse.
And then you get to the last...
the strongest weapon in the game is Marco's fists.
Yeah.
Anyone who focuses on healing them, like repairing themselves from battle or out of like or like overworld combat, it feels the difficulty curve feels a lot more natural. So when I was playing Olivia, for example, her whole thing is she's really good at attacking people at the bottom of stairs, but can't go and can go downstairs really quickly, but can't go up ladders or upstairs very fast because she's in a wheelchair. But she can ride her wheelchair downstairs and knock people over and stuff. And her whole thing is poisons and stuff, which are very strong, but prevent you from one-shotting things, right? So her difficulty curve when I played with her felt a lot more natural than what I watched Jaden do. Dawn is all about like sacrificing extracting monster organs and then using them to regenerate limbs and stuff, or do sort of debuffs and the stuff, and can also like do the big. So there's a big mechanic where you sort of beat up limbs so you
Yes, this game
can attack the main
has
body
limb
or
based
the
combat,
head
and so does Fungo
or
One.
the head.
It's
But
a vital part.
Dawn can do this thing where he studies people for their vital parts and then can go right at them, and the curve on that also feels a lot better. Karen's just got it gotten. Karen's weird because she doesn't really have anything. She's really a blank slate. Marina's Marina. She's really good in her abilities, but like
She has
very
spells, but
dependent on how
why
you
be a
use her.
spellcaster when you have Osa? That's not Osa when you have Osa.
To be fair, her unique shtick is also stupid.
Yeah, carving.
The face carving, but it's only when you combine the two that it's just really what happened to you.
Yeah, because there's a point maybe halfway, 2/3 of the way through the game, where I had enough. So so this game actually encourages like violence in a way that the first game doesn't. You are encouraged to kill things on the overworld, not just because it makes traversal easier, because enemies don't respawn, but also because when you saw their heads, you can take 3 heads to get a soul, or 1 head for a soul fragment. They turn into 3 for soul stone, something like that. 3 heads for a point in the ability in the skill tree. It's the sphere grid from Final Fantasy X. I think Miro might like Final Fantasy X, which is fair because Final Fantasy X is awesome. Yeah, and so you're encouraged for violence, in that sort of way. And eventually you'll get enough skills that you get to, Osa, maybe Spice Forge, which is one of his abilities, and it's stupid. It's absurd. You basically get to modify 3 spells, with each of a different flavor. One is basically half cost. One is instant cast at the start of battle, and the last one is dual cast.
Yeah.
For slightly weakened.
But
it's like
dual cast on the same
cast.
target. On the same target, to be clear. It's not like a twin cast. It is a true dual cast.
Is it on the same target? I thought it was random, or is it just because I always used it with Black Orb, which is itself random?
I believe it's because you used it with Black Orb, which is itself random.
So we should talk about Black Orb.
Well, real quick, there is one last character who I think has the most interesting, unique gameplay loop, in Abella. So her pipe wrench stuns, which is really good, really great and all. But her main things are crafting and making traps and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So you stun people, you run away, and then you lead them into traps, and that's fun and cool. You outscale it and just like start just throwing a wrench at them and then beating them up pretty fast, but you can keep doing that rather late into the game if you find the situation right. So I think that is worth saying. It's really just Osa who could just nuke people like we're about to describe, and Marco who can turn his fists into
insane self-sustain. Not even the ability, but like early in the game, I never actually went up there because it spooked me too much, but there's actually nothing there. There's the ring that heals you based on percentage of damage you deal, like physical damage, and you can just fast track that with Marco, and you won almost instantly.
Yeah, Marco, you can then go fight like the super boss with your fists, take her sword, and then boom, you've got like the best weapon in the game and like infinite health and infinite mind and yeah.
It's not exactly the most well balanced game, for better or for worse. I certainly enjoyed it when I was blowing things up, but it did feel a little odd.
At least between the cast. I like that Marco is an easy option, right? But he is an easy option.
I do love unbalanced cast. This is why Fire Emblem 4 is good.
Like, Olivia's so strong if you know how to use her, but also feels like shit because she is in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
You will get knocked out of your wheelchair, and then you can't do anything. Like, it hurts. But and Karen doesn't have a gimmick.
She has talk stuff. She has extra dialogue options with most enemies for like
Yeah,
non-violent solutions.
she's good at thieving and non-violent solutions, but also the non-violent solutions aren't going to get you out of the most important combat
Yeah.
encounters. So she basically ends up not. I believe she starts with like 2 extra lucky coins.
I'm sure.
I think
I can believe that.
to help her with the boss fights. I think that's the only other thing. She really needs to kill someone and take their abilities quick
Yeah.
because she doesn't have a gimmick.
By the way, yes, that's I don't know if I mentioned it before, but that's why killing other contestants is encouraged, or other moon squitches is encouraged, because you get to then unlock their abilities on in the skill tree.
And some of them are good.
A lot of them are.
Unfortunately, Levi. Oh, well, a lot of them are in most cases. For example, Levi's skills are incredible. You just can't use guns.
Yep.
And all his skills were gun based.
Yep. Shout out Caligula. Shout out pipe bombs. I used pipe bombs a couple times. I think I used pipe bombs on the final boss. I did.
Yes.
I think I used them on several final bosses. I think he used them on both logic and rare.
Yep. And you definitely use them on the lead up boss to both of those.
Yeah. Yeah, because you kill Caligula, and one of his skills is additional crafting for pipe bombs, which are large consumable items. They just do many damage. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. Would recommend killing Caligula. So let's talk about my various builds as I went through the game. So then I went Karen, and then I recruited a Bella. Then I recruited Karen, because you can get her fairly quickly afterwards, and I knew where she was, and I just wanted to recruit her, because pretty much because she was a character I knew.
Yeah, I just found an alternate Abella sprite.
It looks odd. So it doesn't look right.
She doesn't have the weird halo that makes her head look fat. The weird halo of gray pixels.
Yeah, I guess.
Like gray. The gray overalls and I don't know. It's weird, and her muscly arms are all covered up.
If you've never seen this game before, everybody's skin is just kind of gray, except for Osa, who's black. And by black, I mean he's kind of green. He does.
He's somewhere between green, purple, and blue.
Yeah. It's
No one's skin tones are like actual skin tones in most situations. I mean, my skin tone, a lot of the time I was in like middle school and high school, would have been applicable to these characters because I had no blood pressure and was like white as a sheet. But outside of like extreme situations, and not just white but like gray because of it. Outside of extreme situations like that, these are not normal skin tones in terms of the artistic direction.
Mm-hmm.
Even like the Italians, because there are quite a few Italians, they have the least saturated skin of the entire cast. Somehow, like, it's really. I feel like Pav in terms of the overworld sprites, Pav has the most saturated skin somehow.
Maybe.
And August, I don't know. It like everyone's skin is not natural colors. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So I went and got whatever the fuck his name is. Karen. Then did I get? I think I got Dawn next and not Marina. I think. Yeah. Just by chance, because I was going through a different dungeon. To get,
Karen and Dawn were in the same place. So Bella, Karen, Dawn, except Dawn left. Like,
well, no, I meant
the area.
Well, yeah, there's that. I meant actually permanently getting Dawn in the apartments.
Oh, okay.
Because there's
this
game is very key based. You have to find first 2 keys and then 3 more keys, and then you have to find 3 more keys for a different ending.
Marina had, I think Marina did join your party, and she was in your party that whole time, but she wouldn't, she would leave it very briefly and then rejoin permanently later. I think she
Maybe
was with you, but just on a non-permanent basis.
maybe for the apartments. I don't remember. Point is, White Mall Apartments, pretty interesting area, pretty interesting zone. I think that had my favorite.
Very easy as a player to just, like, ignore, because there's another set of, like, almost identical apartments right before it that have nothing. So...
Yeah, but these ones are weird, and the game tells you to go there.
But only if you're, like, reading, and a lot of people fail to read.
Well, that's literally on them. Gamers are stupid and need yellow paint. Etc., etc., as the booty bopper has always said. Yeah, I think so. For all this, so by this second set of keys, so first set of keys getting into the city, second set of keys to get into the church basement, final set of keys are computers to turn on to do another ending.
By this point, Levi got Moonscorch. Marco got shot in the head.
No, not by this point. No, not by the time I got done.
No?
I got done pretty early. Because it's like the start of day 2 or something.
Oh, yeah. Levi was... Okay, yeah. Because you got into the inner city quite late.
Yes.
Because Needles was scaring you, I believe.
Something like that.
Needles kept showing up, and you weren't really sure what to do about it.
I don't quite remember. Yeah. I'm just reading through my stuff here that I have written.
Okay.
Oh, Bobbies. Well, I want to talk about Bobbies. They're an enemy in this city. Fuck anything else to talk about. So again, limb-based combat. So they have 3 arms and a spinning head. You can, like, basically you need to, but their arms, get this, regenerate. So you need to, like, keep cycling through their arms until you get lucky enough that their head stops spinning. Then you can target the head, and then, so you can interact with the corpses in this game, right? You can saw their head off, you can loot them, inspect them, and you can beat them. 99% of scenarios, beating them will do literally nothing. It does nothing for you. Except with this one enemy type, where you need to beat them to make sure they're dead, otherwise they will, after a couple seconds, get back up and go at you again. And they never killed me like that, but they kept them like I need to do it like 3 times before I realized what to do.
And Jaden got the worst luck in terms of Bobby head stopping spinning I have ever seen. It was so bad, especially with that first guy who kept getting back up and up and up again.
It was an encounter.
Yeah.
For sure, an encounter. I saw them in my notes. I'm like, yes, Bobbies. That's an enemy design. That was cool. And they're like yelling at you throughout the encounter. They're pretty fun. Yeah. I was going to try and talk about the rare worlds. So in each of like the second set of 3 keys, the 3 effigies for the church, you have to go to these alternate portals, and I think they're pretty cool. I think I'm really enjoying, or at least this one, the one in the apartments, I believe is the one with the good sound design of all the screaming and the things and all the guys getting drained in the chairs or whatever. I think that's apartments and not orphanage, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, no, that's apartments.
Yeah, it's a real fuck, I don't want to be here.
Yeah, the one in the orphanage is like the rocky maze.
Yeah, that was really boring.
That you can get. It was really boring because you were being shot at by Weeping Scope.
Oh, that's where he can be.
You run around trying to dodge him using lines of sight to stop, because he's up on the like the upraised bits of the maze,
right.
And like the raised towers shooting down at you. And I was like,
he was already dead for me.
Wow. Yeah, you ran him down and executed the man.
Well, I didn't even run him down. He was just chilling in the orphanage crying.
And yeah, you didn't experience that.
So you just go through all they all have the same like generic, and well, it's not generic. They have like the weird, I can't remember what they're called, but like the guys with like anchors for hands or heads. I can't remember quite which limb it is, but you know what I mean. The guys in the rare world.
Yeah.
And there's the other one where you fight Dysmorphia Samurai. That one's also pretty cool, but it's kind of maybe a little more annoying. But that was, I can't remember if that one was my first one or not. Ooh, it was. It could have been. I think it was definitely.
Well, there were some small rare worlds that you'd already experienced. Like there's the one on the train right at the beginning of the game.
Oh yeah. Oh no, my first one was one of the first tunnels with Abella, and I said no, thank you.
Yeah, you went in and immediately noped out. You're like, oh my god, no.
So
whatever this is, no.
No, one of my billion first attempts, right? I think I did it. I went through that whole thing once or twice and got stuck, and then eventually I would just give up and be like, I can just, because that could take you to an exit, or you can try running back out, but Needles would still be there. He's like a super scary encounter. He's like Mr. X if Mr. X was like weak. But eventually I would just be like, it's actually really easy to dodge Needles, so I just would run back through Needles instead of going through the rare world. Yeah. Yep.
So, you were mentioning. You said you were going to talk about your builds throughout. So what did those look like? Your actual builds. What did combat actually look like for you?
Abella is spamming wrench touch at every opportunity. So Osa would be. I don't really. He had basically like pyro, like fire trick or whatever, when necessary, but mostly whatever melee weapon he had. I mean, it was mostly just melee stuff for a while until the engine started running with Osa. Karen.
Until you got Spice Forge, and engraving.
Yeah, and engraving to get on people. I think so. Karen would start getting like double attacks every now and then. I think Don was pretty useless in combat, but he was a nice to have another turn.
And he could do medicine.
Yeah, Marina could chip in every now and then when I had her in the party instead.
Yeah, because she could actually do magic.
Yeah, but by then Osa had already. It was like, well, I could either have Osa with his like 2 shocks, Spice Forage, Pyro Trick, or I could have Marina with none of that.
Yeah, so you ended up bringing Karen to the steel shit.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Karen had to steal. That's why. And of course, I had to keep Karen in the party for the Yuri.
Yeah.
The most important part of this playthrough is Karen, Abella, Yuri. It's real, guys. It's real. It's canon. It was revealed to me.
What do you think of the more popular Karen Dawn match?
I have no real opinions on it.
Okay.
It would not be my preference, but you know, the people can do as they will.
What do you think about the most popular ship in the community?
Osa August? Yeah.
No, Marina and the person creeping on her.
You know what?
Armory.
Go ahead. Why not? Go free. Go be
very toxic.
Be free, my toxic Yurilings.
So what in the end, what did you end up doing with Spice Forge?
All right, so we had the most important, and obviously most important part was, of course, getting dual cast on Black Orb. Black Orb on its own is already a busted spell. It's just really strong. Yeah, it does like 5 hits of really high scaling magic damage to random targets, but it kind of doesn't matter.
And this is what Jaden ended up using to phase skip the final boss.
Yeah, and then, well, also importantly, I had other skills. I had a start of battle. Well, eventually I started battle Blood Golem. So I ended up going in with not my full 4 party with Marina. Instead, I kept it just Osa, Karen, and Abella to have free Blood Golem in every combat. And what was my reduced casting thing? I don't It was
It wasn't something that reduced the mind cost of something. It was something that removed a rev point.
yeah. Was it Pyro? Like advanced Pyro or whatever? I can't remember. It was nice, but it was never um
It was it was it was useful at very specific.
yeah, because I think at first I had like start of battle like fucking for the record, start of battle Spice Forge is not free. It just happens.
Oh, what?
Oh, I think
One
it was
thing.
reduced cost like healing. Oh, so I have to use a ref point. It might have been.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It
I
could have
think
been
at
in
some
the end.
points.
Because you always kept Marina alive, so you could never get occultism, which lets you start with rev points.
Mm-hmm.
No, whatever it was, you used it like until you had a full max out your rev point, and then you started spamming for any fight that wasn't like you can just kill it without the rev points. I think that's what happened.
I don't know.
Or or maybe it was
I remember
something
we
AoE. I
contemplated.
don't remember.
I remember we contemplated blood sword.
Yes.
Like start of battle instant blood sword.
Which wouldn't have been good, but
But it
would have been
would have
funny.
been funny. Um,
Oh, I think you just had hurting.
was it just greater hurting?
It was probably just greater hurting.
Yeah, I mean it's solid, but you know.
Because it was targetable, I think was the difference. I
Yeah,
think you
yeah,
could
yeah.
just be like, yeah, fuck that body part, rather than Black Orb where you could have just hit who knows what. Whatever was getting hit was dying, but you could never,
Yeah.
you know,
But I mean, usually you're not really fighting that
reliably hit
many
the part.
group encounters, anyways.
Yeah.
Also, the most important part to keep in mind with the Blood Golem build is that I also had pheromones, which I would cast on him as my actual action for a first turn, so that enemies would only target Blood Golem.
And if Blood Golem lost some limbs, it wasn't an issue.
It's not an
You weren't
issue.
playing Dawn to regenerate limbs constantly. So make the Golem lose them.
Yeah.
So you just keep summoning them back at the beginning of every combat for free. And I believe you also gave Marina pheromones so that while she was in the party, instead of Yuri, she could also do that pheromone up the blood golem, if I remember correctly.
No. I don't think so.
Okay. And then you ended up giving all the consumables, a lot of the consumables. Was it to Abella or was it to Karen?
I think to Karen.
Because she got the double actions.
Yeah, because I gave her the engraving for speed, whereas Abella, I think, made tankier with engravings.
Yeah, so Karen would like steal and then throw a pipe bomb before some people even got to go.
Yeah.
Very fun stuff.
Yeah.
Or glass shards. Glass shards were a big part of this run.
Yeah, glass shards. Once you told me what they did, which is like they blind people. It's nice, or something like that.
Yeah, they did.
We've been surprisingly on topic. It's been a surprisingly on topic Something Against Genocide episode on. We're an hour 30 in.
We're sort of just reminiscing on this, like, one of our best playthroughs.
Yeah. Even though there are a lot of parts that sucked ass. Let's talk about the part that sucked ass the most. When I lost like 5 hours of progress to falling in the spike hole in the forest, and it wasn't even funny.
The mine was funny. The
mines were hilarious. When I accidentally walked into a mine, that's awesome. It's just really funny the way you just blow up, and it's like, oh. Because also the mines are like really obvious. Like you have to be either stupid or just, again, not really paying that much attention. Whereas the forest is like, it's almost certainly going to get you first time.
Well, the forest expects you to have saved not long before you go into it.
I didn't.
For a number
I did like
of
all
reasons.
of the orphanage beforehand. I think all of the church beforehand.
The orphanage and the church.
I did like tours
and then
two dungeons
without saving went into the forest, and it was so sad.
Yeah. Whoops. No, I think that was like an instant. We're done for the day. because
Yeah.
we had like, it was like a day we'd done a lot like early in the day, and it was like late at night. We're like, want to run it back? Like, sure. Without a suspend feature,
I
right?
don't
Not like
even
a
think
save
it, I
save.
don't think it I don't think it actually was all that late.
Well, I remember being really tired. Is the thing.
Oh, you were tired because we'd stayed up till like 3 a.m. the night before. 3 or 4 a.m. the night
Something.
before, but it was only like 8 p.m.
I
that
don't remember.
day.
I was not in prime operating condition. And
No, no, neither of us were.
oops. It was a. Oh, are you kidding me? And so that sucked. Because then, the next day um, I spent several hours getting back progress, just on my own time, but mostly just by cheating and shit to make it go faster because I could not be bothered at that point. That was a.
Hmm.
I didn't, use them for like the rest of the time after the playthrough. I just wanted to get back to that point. It was a bad time because yes, I do all the church. That was after actually a much funnier thing because okay, I believe these kinds of deaths you gotta either be, I don't know, really funny or like um
Or
really
fair,
something like that.
obvious,
Like FromSoft, they love the comedy. This game is mostly really funny. Like when you're in the church basement, so that's where I had my first encounter with death masks, which are really scary
hmm,
guys that have random spawn locations, but they're only a couple in the game.
yeah,
Um,
they're actually really. You encountered it for the first time really late.
yeah, yeah, yeah. None in the city, just only there. And so I was freaked the fuck. I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And I'll walk, or no, was that? No, hold on, let me read it exactly. Um,
Because I believe you had already died in the church once to just the
or
guys.
no. This is different. I'm thinking of a different thing. Well, no, because it's in the
Okay.
church basement. They're like these little dudes on the ground that it's like you step on. It's like the little egg guys, because like they're like the wizards that have like things. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I stepped on it and I was freaked the fuck out, and so I paused at the same time it was like trying to trigger a battle, and it just crashed. Remember that? It was a frame perfect freak out. Yeah, that was awesome. And then I had to run back, do like the church basement again or whatever. Because I remember the one time, I think this was the time that was like actually, um, uh, yeah, the next time was we went in that had the death mask. Could not out juke it like I did another time. It was a grueling encounter, but none of us died. It was just a lot of limb loss. I thought we were cooked. And then there's a circle there. We could do Sylvian there, completely restored. We were so back, and then we walked into the spike pit and died.
Yeah. Yeah.
But for a brief moment, uh, the game really shined.
Yep.
But that was probably that was really the worst it ever got. That was and like the really rough opening act and that one moment of like shit. It was mostly chill, mostly chill. Not actually that difficult or punishing of a game. Not because I'm like goated or whatever, but because that's how the game is.
So, yeah, that's cool. Cool stuff. So,
Says,
what are your
what am I? What?
what are your thoughts on the game as a whole?
I mean, yeah, it's pretty good. I
Cool.
give it. It's better than the first one. A lot better.
Yeah. You want to quickly go over your? We didn't talk about our previous experiences with it.
No, that's all. What are your previous experiences with your Younger series before this
Okay,
thing?
so I played the first one, and then I played the second one, and started playing the second one, and then I stopped. I started as Marina, and then I stopped, and then played it as Olivia. Um, yeah, so that's what sort of my experiences, and I've seen a couple other people play it online and stuff too, both games.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
So what have your experiences with the Fungar series been by this point?
By this point, well, before we played this game, I was aware, and I've been aware of the series mostly really just the first one. the way people talk about it as super brutal, punishing, RPG, whatever. And I'd like seen like pics of it, like I'd seen like the art style. I was vaguely aware of the art style, mostly from I think it's actually really from Termina, but whatever. And then you would talk about it a couple times in regards to some D&D character I don't really remember, but I know it. Yeah. And then there's I'd seen my only real exposure was the Versus Wolves episode on Fear and Hunger the First versus Missing a Fighting Game tournament. And then we played this game, and then on my own I was like, I don't think I'd really enjoy Fungar 1, to be honest, because at that point I'd been just pretty aware of most of like the mechanics of the game. But let's just give it a shot. Let's just run through it and see what happens. So I ran through it, and yeah, I kind of just didn't really enjoy it. It was fine, I guess, but it's not.
So,
yeah.
How do they differ? How would you say from your experiences with them? Your rather abnormal experiences with them, but your experiences with them.
The first one is kind of it doesn't have the sauce for like the first 70% of the game. It's kind of boring. Yeah. It's kind of really boring. There's
it's entirely like a slog for food and dying in coin flips.
There's kind of like some interesting monster design every now and then. Mostly it's wandering through. Not entirely boring. Sometimes occasionally interesting. The dungeon is you just kind of alone, but I played on normal. I did not play Terrestrial Invasion because I didn't care. To be clear, I was pretty much not fully checked out. I wanted to engage with it, but I also couldn't help but know things about it. Like I went with Darcy, and then I used so doors in that game count as legs. You can fight doors if you don't have keys, and Darcy can get leg sweep early on so that you can instantly break down any door.
So good.
So I went and got the miasma sword pretty much instantly. For the record, combat was not an issue. It was not going to be an issue for me in Fungar 1. It was mostly about exploration. Yeah. So I was like, just kind of went through the dungeon. I had to figure out, okay, here's how like the puzzles work. Here's how navigation works. It was kind of fun. It was fine, but it wasn't. I don't know. It just wasn't a super engaging experience. And then, so I was able to get Veilguard on time because you have to like save the dude Veilguard who's like in like 30 minutes of real time or whatever, or else he'll die.
Who would go on to become Hitler?
Yeah, he's Hitler, by the way.
Fungar 2.
Yeah. And then so I could do that, and then you go to the. We can either leave at that point and get the not ending. We can go and get one of the other real endings and go to the what's it called? The place? What's it called? But the place. What's it called? The second half of the game.
I don't know what place you. The city?
Yeah, it has a name. Mahabra.
There you go. I don't.
It came to me. It came back to me. And that's pretty cool. I like it. I think it's really good site design. I think it's a lot of really, really good enemy design. I like the puzzles better. But it was kind of too little too late maybe to really save the experience. I mean, not that I had a bad time. It was just kind of maybe a bit more dull time. And again, it is on me kind of for already at least knowing a lot of the game, but so it goes. Can't be helped. And so it was fine, but I wouldn't really recommend it. Maybe, I mean, if you want, but it doesn't. I don't know. I think Termina is significantly better. It's also, I mean, it is a different experience, right? It's Fear 1 is a lot more rogue-like elements, not really, but it's significantly more randomized. Not very. There are only like 4 possible layouts for the dungeon, but that's 3 more than there are for Havel, which has 1 because it's a game that was designed. That's rude, but I have thoughts on roguelikes as like a genre, especially this weird intersection of roguelike and RPG, which is why I would talk about Fear and Hunger Termina, the new update, if it had released, but it hasn't.
Yeah, it still hasn't.
I was kind of hoping it would have by the time we got around to this episode. It took us literally a whole semester to record this episode from our last episode. Because both of my computers died. Aside from just being I'm now in Japan for the next month and a half, and have been here for a while. Our computers died.
So, yeah, and this had some other effects as well.
Are we going to talk about it?
I think we should talk about it.
Alright, brief spoilers for the upcoming episodes of Stemming Edge Genocide. Not really.
Yeah, we're jumping ahead to the most recent thing we tried to do.
So after Owen cursed me with the game that will not be named,
yeah, we'll get there.
We'll get there in 2 episodes time, because there's next episode, which I don't know what the fuck we're going to talk about. I feel like the next episode is maybe the most disappointing for you in terms of a game that completely washed over me. Especially given that now it's been like months since then.
Yeah.
But we'll get there when we get there. And then there's a game after that they had me play, which, yeah, that's fucked up, man. And then I had to try to get you on my third game. Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. One of the best to ever do it.
Has a lot of things that,
by sheer coincidence, by the way, that happens to, be the game with weird overlaps with Termina. Those was my plan from the get-go, was to go Majora's Mask after Rondo.
Yeah.
And then it did not go well. Owen was crashing out at every inconvenience. They can't play a game made before 2010. They're a coward.
One of my favorite games was made before 2010. Absolute,
Name one. Name one game.
All the Western CRPGs.
That's not true. Disco Elysium came out in 2019.
No, all the D&D-esque Western CRPGs.
Yeah, but Planescape's bad.
It's not.
You
bad.
haven't played it. You haven't played it, Owen. You can't judge that.
I have subsequently started playing it.
You have?
I'm loving it. Yeah.
Why?
Because it's great. Because it's great.
No, it's not. It's good, but it's, And even then, I feel legally obligated to say it's good. It has a lot of cool ideas, but it's kind of really ugly, and not even on purpose. A lot of the time, it's just kind of really ugly.
I mean, it is ugly. Yeah, that is true. So.
Me when I'm Chris Avellone writing a woman. Never mind.
So what I have mostly it is not about the age of the game, but it is in fact
it's related.
But it is a controller only game. That is the primary issue.
And that it doesn't have a jump button. You are very annoyed at the lack of a jump button. For some reason.
It felt... I don't like that jumping is an important mechanic, but also
It's not.
There's so much of it.
Not really.
Well, the parts where I needed to...
You just walk forward, big dog.
The important ones. So... Yeah.
So they were crashing out. They were especially crashing out. So they were able to get through, the opening couple of days. They got through all of Woodfall, and they got to Snowhead. They were crashing the fuck out at Snowhead. with the lens of truth for some reason. That boggles the mind to this day. And that was where we left off after we're going back to get Grandpa. And that's where we left off. And then we were like, all right, we'll pick back up when we can figure out our schedules. And then our computers broke. And yep, so it's kind of a wash. You failed, Owen. You know what this means.
Yeah. Yeah. I have officially failed one. The compute. I mean, I wanted to get back to it, but the computers,
Yeah.
that.
Maybe in the
That
far
was the-
future
the-
there'll be a redemption arc, but that's a real maybe.
I'm going to go ahead and say Jaden has also failed one of my games since by failing to find a way to obtain it.
That doesn't count.
No, not on the same level,
If
but
your
I
game
think it is
is-
worth saying here.
If your game is so unpopular, there aren't enough people seeding it for me to download it reasonably. I don't know, man.
The game in question is The Council.
Or alternatively,
What, 2014
the console.
game or whatever?
I think it's newer than that.
Some shit.
It's 2018.
Bad. That's the 28.
Yeah. I mean, it's alternatively $15 whole on Steam. Similar to both Disco Elysium and a Danganronpa V3. So they say.
It's really bad.
And yeah,
So fucking bad.
enough of bad games though. What have you been playing any games recently on? What have you been up to?
Minecraft.
Oh, well, I said no more bad games.
Minecraft and Fall in London as always, and well, less of that actually than I started again sort of this month because the advent calendar, but yeah, that and like I said, I've been playing some of what's it called?
You'll get there.
Planescape.
Planescape Torment.
Planescape, and I mean, I've been playing some Civ, playing some
Ew.
Overwatch.
Ew.
I love Civ, man. They added Edward Teach. I can play fucking Blackbeard. And
That's
it's
so
cool.
stupid.
It's so fun. Republic of Pirates.
What about why playing Overwatch? What about playing Veilguard? When it comes out, January, whatever.
Sure, man. Jack may talk me into it, but like
Jack would no. He would. He's surely not. Jack's not. I said that's like a joke. What do you mean Jack is looking interested in fucking the weird, bad-looking?
did you not see what he was saying about it?
No.
I don't know. I think he's gonna try it. And if he talks me into trying it with him, maybe I will as well.
No.
Probably not.
No.
Unless he does, I'm not.
So much forgettable
So what
announcement
about you?
ever.
What have you been playing?
Too many games. I've been playing a lot of games since last time here. I've been getting more suited pilled. I finished Silver Case. That was awesome. I've started Flower, Sun, and Rain. Very slowly getting through that, but time is limited. And also, too many games. We got back-to-back releases of Angeline Era, Unbeatable, and Eternity Egg. I've only got to play a couple hours of each.
Speaking of
but they're all
Unbeatable,
awesome.
What
about it?
On my Steam page, we've got Since You Wish for Unbeatable, how about Mel's Plaza?
Yeah, dog.
Because yes, I also want to play Unbeatable, but
Just hop
can't
on,
be
bro.
bothered to buy it.
It's like what, $20? Come on.
There's a Necrodancer bundle. Oh, Rift of the Necrodancer.
Yeah.
What the hell is Rift of the Necrodancer? What was this shit?
Is bro
Nah,
unaware?
this ain't it. I am, but yeah, I don't think this is it. Crypt of the Necrodancer is peak. Oh man. So chat, I know we said we would probably keep doing stuff over the semester when then we really didn't
We
for
really
very extreme reasons. We're much more likely to do stuff this coming semester.
That's right. We're coming back, baby. STEM against Genocide is coming back with a vengeance. We got a lot of stuff cooking up. We had at least a couple more episodes on the
Are you
backlog.
going to let me ask you to play Hades? No, the answer is no.
Well, you could. I just wouldn't get your hopes up.
I'm gonna hit you with the Uma Musume the next time you say no at something.
I only had like one no veto, and then I didn't even say no because you spent money for it, and then that also died.
Again, it died because your computer died.
Well, and then your computer died.
And then my computer. Well, I was playing it on my laptop already because it already didn't work on my PC for unrelated reasons. So, but actually, that didn't. My computer dying didn't actually impact that one, like, at all. Interestingly enough.
Well, so it goes.
Yeah. I don't know. Your distaste for Western CRPGs is quite the pain for me, because I love them, and most of my games that aren't like strategy games or whatever, or roguelikes or shooters. Most of my narrative games are good old Western CRPGs.
Yeah, but I've played what's culturally considered to be the best one, and it was not a. It wasn't a bad time, but it was not a great time.
So sad. So sad. I think, guys. I think Jaden may be an elitist.
Yeah, this is known. You have to say I think.
That's why I say this. What about woke slop?
What kind?
Will woke slop be better? CRPG, but it's a woke slop.
What do you mean? Elaborate.
Veilguard.
Why would I play Veilguard over the other Dragon Age games? Don't you like the other ones more?
The ones are infinitely more. Veilguard is trash, not because it's woke, but because it's just bad.
Yeah.
And music, goddamn music. We haven't been doing that either.
Yeah, I've been kind of like busy and like not in my listening to a lot of music era.
Yeah. Are you a Christmas music person? I can't imagine so, but are you?
Not really.
Because I was wondering if maybe we'd want to do like a rather than an album, make like a Christmas playlist or something.
What the fuck?
Album length playlist of music that isn't like just like well known Christmas music.
Yeah, like Toccata and Fugue in D minor.
That isn't like if we do this and that which we're presumably not doing. Like that wasn't your first or last. I'd be disappointed.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain the context on that one?
So I went to a Christmas concert here in Japan at the behest of a friend because another friend was in the choir, not to my knowledge at the time. And they opened with the organ player doing I would say dramatic rendition, but it's kind of a fairly standard rendition of a dramatic song of Toccata and Fugue in D minor, which for those that don't know, it's, you know, the you know that.
Yeah.
You know, the gothic vampire song. Christmas. Everything else, normal Christmas music. It was also kind of mostly an event for like little children. It was very weird being a white university student. But, you know, that's how it goes. I've had a lot of encounters here. We'll probably get to them as we go through the show. Man, I've met some
Yeah.
cultists. I've met some weird local politicians. I've seen them all. Seen them all.
Yeah.
I'm so pissed those dudes turned out to be cultists, bro. They were kind of chill. What can you do, right? Like, I can't keep hanging out with them. But also,
So, care to elaborate?
So like I met, so I was in Akihabara one day. I was on the way back. I just took like 5 seconds to stop walking and step aside to pull up directions to the station on my phone. And these two like maybe 50-year-old dudes walk up to me and try and communicate the expression of "I like your shirt" to me, but it took them a minute because they couldn't really find the right words in English, and they didn't assume I knew Japanese. Which I mean I don't like really, but I kind of do. And then we just keep talking, and I'm like, I kind of just want to go. In my head, I'm like, kind of want to go home, but I can't just like, I don't want to just break it off. And then like, hey, have you eaten? I'm like, no, which is true. I hadn't. So like, all right. I'm like, hey, you want to come join us? I'm like, sure, because internally I did that 90%, like mostly because I was hoping they would pay. They didn't. Well, they pay for themselves. Is what I mean. They did not pay for me. But the food was good food we got, and then I left, and then they're like, let's meet up again next week. And I'm like, yeah. And then begrudgingly I did. We got more food at elsewhere, and we met up elsewhere. I'm not gonna say where, even though we met up in Yokohama. That's not revealing at all. First time we met in the biggest city in the country, then we met in the second biggest city in the country. Who could have guessed? But then they were like, want to come? You like going to like temples and stuff? I'm like, yeah, they're pretty cool. Like, you want to come like check out like we can show you around like our local temple? I'm like, sure. It was weird, but I was like, what could go wrong? What's the worst that could happen, right? We're in like a really big city. It's like nothing actually could really go wrong. I'm not, if they try and get me in the car, obviously I'm not doing that. But we don't. We just kind of keep walking. I'm like, well, and we get there. I'm like, this ain't right. It's just like an office building, basically. Like, well, I can't really say no now. So I keep going through the procedure. So we go in to like a little prayer room. We do that. I'm like, that was really exhausting and weird. But, they didn't try and extort me. And then afterwards, they tell me, they elaborate a little more about their beliefs. And they're like, what do you know about Buddhism? I'm like, well, not much. Mostly I know about like OG, like, like the history of like the origins of like, Buddhism starting in India. And then I know a little bit about like Buddhist art in China and Japan. And like, and sometimes, I've been to Kamakura, which has this really famous big statue of Shakyamuni Buddha, Indian one, right? Siddhartha Gautama, as they call him sometimes. And they're like, oh, that's the old Buddha. His power is expired. That's why we got new Japanese Buddha, Nichiren, from like 700 years ago. I'm like, so yes. It was the conversation gonna get weirder as we were walking back to the station, so I could leave. I like they give me like an
Fun
information
stuff.
pamphlet. I'm like, I see. So I can do some more research on my own time and see like, yep, weird cult, huh? All right, and that's kind of that.
So good. Great experience. I've had a much more boring.
Cult experience?
No, semester. Just doing work mostly. Well, 3 jobs and research, and well, research is one of the 3 jobs, and full time school schedule and stuff, and trying to think if I've had any particularly good anecdotes for this one. For this,
You must have,
um,
surely.
um, well, uh, yeah, not really.
You got published.
Yeah, but that's not an interesting anecdote. I am scientifically published now. Whoa. I'm writing about Texas snakes and parasites. That was weird that happened, and I'm working on doing it again. Um, but like, yeah, that's not like a funny story or any funny or interesting story. Um, uh, yeah,
Yeah.
I had a professor that liked to guilt trip us and stuff. Oh, God, I'm so glad I'm done with microbio.
Yeah.
Uh, diplomacy. What a
Oh,
thing.
that's say that was
Uh,
yeah.
we were doing
Lived and
diplomacy with
died.
one term. It sort of lived and died. Maybe it'll come back. I don't know. Turns out that while I'm sort of terrifyingly good at diplomacy, at least in the first game, and then was put in a position where I couldn't do shit the second game because of what I did the first game. So that was something.
And it was also you were well not you were all you were like, don't worry, Jen, you can I wasn't the first game, but just try to join the second game. It's like, yeah, the time difference won't be an issue. It was an issue. It was an issue.
It was an issue. It was an issue. We figured it out by the end, but yeah, it was an issue. And mostly the more bigger issue is you got sick. Uh, what the fuck else did I do? I don't know. Lots of Minecraft.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, yeah, I don't know. I'm like, yeah, no, I guess.
Damn.
Really, I'm really a rather boring person. I do a lot of things, but it's not any of them are particularly interesting to the average person. I keep myself very busy, don't go out much.
You can't be that much more boring. You
Jazz
can't be that much
band.
more boring than the average person, buddy. You have a podcast.
Oh dear
You're
God.
40%
I
of a
mean,
podcast. How do you feel?
not 40. There's a number. Have I been downgraded?
I thought it was 40.
No, it's not a nice even number. Let me go to Blue Sky because I've got it written there.
47.3%. My bad.
Yeah, there we go. 47.3. Yeah, 47.3%. Oh, interesting anecdote. Witchmarsh, that game I've been following for my whole life, the development of, is really coming along.
So they say.
No. We're getting close to potentially I could gain access to it.
Oh.
What the? Okay, opening Blue Sky was a mistake.
Why?
Because I saw Vivian Lodgren's tweet, or post or whatever we call it on Blue Sky from an hour ago, and I don't know what to do with that. Fun. Sure. Okay. But yeah, I am 47.3% of a podcast.
Yeah. What a shame.
I haven't, other than editing figures for publications and assignments and stuff, like refining them, I haven't done much in Photoshop in a while. I haven't really done any art since the last cover. So that'll be fun to do for this.
I mean, all you need to do is, like, make, like, a moon. Give it, like, a little face.
I mean, yeah. I know what I'm gonna do. It's just... I'm not used to the workflow, you know?
Yeah, I guess. But you get, like, all the time in the world.
Yeah.
So they say. Like, it could be...
Well, yeah.
Could not be, I don't know.
I'd rather do it sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
God, I'm not even doing much D&D right now, which sucks, but, you know. I will cope and see if...
Yeah, I mean... We should be getting back to that. We should be getting on track. Yeah,
I still haven't heard from our last player on whether or not we will be resuming that in a couple days or not. Oh my god, it's... Okay, not an anecdote about something that has happened, but an anecdote about what is about to happen tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh, no. So have I ever told you about my grandmother's Christmas party?
Vaguely, yeah.
So my grandmother has hundreds and hundreds of Santa figurines and whatnot out in her house during the summer, right? During the winter, it goes up by about a degree of magnitude or whatever, right? She's been in the news and stuff for having like well over 1,000 Santas or whatever. Anyway, single family home, 80 to 120 people. It's miserable.
Yeah.
At the end, she gets someone to dress up as Santa, and each family unit individually goes and sits on Santa's lap, is handed a present of, and has their photo taken.
What is wrong with your family?
One by one. This is entirely my grandmother.
Yeah, that's part of your family. And you could just not do it. If everybody collectively... This is like... You could, like, unionize. Collective action.
But it makes her happy. And I think the little ones like it.
The little ones.
my young
Who's included amongst the list? You're a little one?
No! No, on that side of the family, everyone else. Yeah. Also, I will request, that you go back and replace that with but yeah, so, no, it's those that are still in, early middle school at the oldest.
So does.
And, mostly in elementary school. And, it's, you know, it's a lot, but it makes my grandmother happy, so I do it. I'm kind of expected to do a fair bit. Also, it's tradition when you graduate high school, then you're Santa. But I was like, no. Even the little ones are of the age where, while they wouldn't necessarily notice it was me right away, they would notice I was missing. So no, I'm fucking not doing that shit. So, yeah. Anecdote. Maybe the least pleasant night of the year every year. So that's my anecdote. Not as interesting as Colt's, but
it wasn't particularly interesting, like, because they didn't like. I think it's more interesting in the abstract.
Yeah, but this is a podcast.
That's true. We exist entirely in the abstract.
Except in basically anyone who would watch this who actually knows us. which is all of our
That's
viewers, basically.
true.
So it stops being as much in the abstract, but in theory, it's all in the abstract.
Yeah, I guess you're kind of right with that.
Yeah.
Oh well. You know. That
Game
sucks.
Awards are funny.
I guess unfortunately I kind of wasn't
And
able
by
to
funny, I mean...
really watch them.
And by funny, I mean maybe the worst we've had that I've ever watched.
Yeah, they were really bad.
They were bad this year.
They were pretty bad. They were really bad.
So, what else do we want to cover before we wrap this up? Because we're slowing down.
We have a dedicated Angeline segment as usual, as mandated. Let's talk a little bit about Angeline. How do you feel about Angeline?
In honor of Fear and Hunger, do you want to talk about all the segments where starvation and/or sex happens?
Sure. So starvation happens pretty early on. When all the food supply burns up. Well, that's like day 30 something, right?
Yeah, because that prompts
going to second to last Defense Academy.
The first of the really funny reveals, i.e., the reveal that the second to last Defense Academy is a thing that exists.
Let's see.
I don't know. That's not particularly interesting about the game, but it does happen.
It does happen.
And then, big shocker when it's revealed what actually happened.
Yeah, who could have seen it coming?
Oh boy, whoa, who could have seen it coming?
Let's see. There are other moments of starvation in that video game. I'm pretty sure.
Are there? I can't think of many.
I've wanted to say they used the CG of them all being destitute at least once, but I can't off the top of the dome. I cannot recall. Well.
Yeah.
In terms of sex, there's the classic one. There's ending. What is that? Ending 42. There's ending 8. It's canon.
Oh no, not that one. I was ready to talk about TOC. I was not ready to talk about that one.
I think you mean COT.
COT, not TOC. I've been watching TOC because my mother likes TOC. TOC being the Tournament of Champions, the chef one.
Oh.
Chef tournament thing hosted by a certain Guy Fieri. But it's actually, despite that, one of the most prestigious... my mic set up. Most prestigious cooking competitions.
Interesting.
I guess. Or at least televised cooking competitions.
So those are the two big ones in Hunterland. I mean, there's whatever Hiroko and Darumi got going on at the point and killing game. At that one point and killing game, that's that's basically sex.
Yeah, and there's yeah. I don't know. I don't think this is a good choice of two segments.
Well, it's got us thinking.
It does, but I don't think any interesting points have been considered.
I think comedy might be where they starve. They have to choose between meat or fish, or is that just apropos of nothing?
Yes, this is true. You're so right for that one.
I might not be. But
I think you are. Actually, in terms of Hunterline and recent events, for the Game Awards, what would you
give to
what
awards would I give them?
Yeah.
Okay, obviously we got Game of the Year. Not even a question. Best narrative. I'd probably give best performance to Jay Raken as Takumi Sumino.
Yeah.
Best strategy sim, best RPG.
Yep.
If you want to have the same game qualify for both of those categories, if not, keep it for strategy sim, because that's I think more in line than RPG. I don't know. Their RPG picks are also whack as fuck. Who the fuck cares about Avowed?
Yeah.
Outer Worlds 2. and whatever else was on that list. Crazy shit. What other categories do they even have?
A game direction?
Yeah, you know, probably. Well, yes, but also asterisk, the game
do
was
you
not
ever
directed. Kodaka literally was too busy writing his own, busy with writing his own scenarios than, like, giving real guidance, because he was more in the hands of, fuck it, let's let them, fuck it, let's ball.
Here's the thing. Would you ever, like, give something that isn't Game of the Year direction?
I think so. I think you could.
Under what situation?
Well, I mean, like, it happened, like, last year, so, you know.
Yeah, but what would you do? Would you ever do that?
Probably in, like, a
And under
hypothetical
what
scenario.
situation?
Not like this year. But, like, you know. I'm sure there's been some years where that would be true.
I guess Overwatch isn't a game you would give best, or anyone would.
I wouldn't give Overwatch any awards.
Yeah, but it did win Game of the Year.
Right? Oh god, that's one of their worst picks. I'm gonna be honest.
And like, I can't imagine it won game direction, and I wouldn't have even if I would have agreed, I wouldn't have given it game direction. Right, like
I don't know, if I had played Death Stranding 2 this year, which I haven't because it came out right before I was leaving, and also it's $70. I think I could make a case for having stronger direction than 100 Line, but not being the overall better game of the year.
Okay, that's
at least based off my experience with the first game, but you know, who's to say? I haven't played it. Other categories at the Game Awards, I would say best direction probably Underline. I don't know if I would give it art direction, but that's not because, like, I think if you were to swap it for another game of the nominations at TGA, I would give it to 100 Line, but I wouldn't give it to 100 Line in abstract of every game that came out in 2025. If you catch the vibe.
Yeah.
I would not give it soundtrack. I like its soundtrack quite a bit. I think that's all the categories that matter. Sound design, I don't know. It's pretty good sound design. I like its menus. Pretty good audio feel. Maybe sound design for poggers.
Sound design. I think Dispatch deserves sound design.
I don't know. I didn't play Dispatch. If I could give it to any game, I'd probably give it to, like, Pinfeather. But
fair. I would give it to Dispatch. But yeah, I agree with most of those. I would maybe give. I don't know. It's weird because I want to give stuff to Dispatch because Dispatch was good, and I want Hades, and I think Hades 2 deserves, like, action adventure or action, whichever of the two it won, and I think Silk Song deserved the other that it won. But, like,
I don't know.
I do think soundtrack does still go to Franslop.
I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, is this really? Do I really feel that way? Because I remember exactly 2 songs from the whole 140 OST, and that's.
I remember
it.
a lot more than that.
I mean, it's like technically not.
How much?
Like, that's a little not.
How much of the 100 Line, other than the songs that were taken from other things, do you?
Well, only one song was taken from other thing. Two of the like other, like, the 3, like, vocal themes. Only Rumble was, like, kind of taken. The other 2 were commissioned. So I think that's still different.
Well, and a lot of it was taken from Veith. The soundtrack wasn't really designed for this game.
No,
It
a
was
lot of it.
it
What do
was
you
so
mean?
much
It's all new.
so much of it was just repurposed V3,
That's not true.
slightly edited
That's just
V3
that's
music.
how Takata writes music. As someone that has been playing old Sudi games, that's just kind of what Takata. That's not his style is.
No, but some tracks are literally just V3 tracks.
Nah.
And then also I think the use of a certain song prevents me from giving it to him.
That's just because you're a hater.
I am, but nothing has given me that visceral reaction at such a commonly used song ever. Ever. It has ruined that song for me.
Dang.
Ruined it. So no, I'm giving it to Clair Obscur over 100 Lime. So for those reasons, Rumble being taken, Rumble being one of its best tracks and just being taken for something else. The same reason Dispatch's soundtrack is great, but it's got a lot of licensed music, and that just like immediately like docks it points in my mind. But yeah, whereas Clair Obscur's music is much more extensive and interesting.
Speaking of Obscur's music, so I went back and actually watched, like, I was able to listen to the performance from the random time where they just did the Renoir battle theme. Was the guitar always in that song? Because that was really bad. It kind of sounded like completely out of like step with the rest of the song.
I think so.
I don't remember it sounding like that. Dang.
You know what music pissed me off the most though?
What, Evanescence?
In the medley, they did Hades 2 so fucking dirty. Literally, what did they do? I can't even tell you.
I have no idea.
It was so sad. It was so sad. It was so sad.
Oh, of course, 100 line best multiplayer.
Dude, I don't even know what to give that. I'm certainly not interested in Bonanza.
Does Bonanza have multiplayer? What?
I think.
No, it doesn't.
No? Okay. Never mind. Ignore that.
Well, I forgot the nominees were fucking... How did Arc Raiders... How did the AI slap game win? I mean, Clay Obscure also won, but at least that AI is, like, got removed. Not to keep being a hater.
Yeah, I have no idea.
But just also thinking, like, damn, I did not play many new... I played, like, I think 7 new games this year, and 3 of them came out in the past 4 days. New games as in games that came out in 2025.
Ball Pit's cool, but that's not, like, a game that really should have won anything.
Because I got, like...
Streamer bait.
I got Keep Driving. Really, really good. I love their work from the YCYJs.
Yeah, I really ought to play that.
I think I still probably prefer Postwood because it's like a really sick short first-person shooter as opposed to like a roguelike, but it's a really cool one. Keep Driving is awesome. Even though I did exactly 1 run, and I'm like, I'm good. Maybe I'll come back to it for the vibes, but that's that. That was that. And then I touched Fragrance Point, and I want to get back to it, but I did not really play more than maybe an hour of it. But it's really cool. Oh, I completely forgot about Xenoblade X Definitive Edition. Great game, except for all the new parts that suck shit. So I don't really count it. Because, oh my god, the new points are... God, it's so bad. It's ass. And then Pinfeather, great, but it's literally like, not who cares derogative, but like, you know. Anyways. Oh, hey, there's Lolo. Um, evidently not a new video game for 2025. Adventures of Lolo. And there's Angeline, and then French Slop,
France slot.
and then that's kind of it until the recent string that we've been over.
Ooh,
Oh,
fun
and
development,
Shuten order.
everyone.
Actually, I'd probably give visuals to Shuten over Angeline, but
Shuten and No Sleep.
I completely forgot. It was not a thought in my mind.
I keep forgetting it other than my brother mentioned it earlier today.
Wow,
or
yeah,
yesterday.
I completely forgot. Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
What to say
yeah.
about No Sleep?
I should probably play it, but I should also play Shuten.
Yeah, well, No Sleep is like half as long as Shuten Order.
I've got time right now, though.
It's true.
I'm not
I mean, you can just like do
working.
both.
I'm not working 3 jobs and taking 18 credits.
Yeah, and also new Pokemon game. That's pretty cool. I liked Za. I thought it was fun.
I've watched some people play Za. It looks fun.
It's fun in the same way that I can just like you can just like give me a Pokemon and I'll be like, that's a good time.
You're probably gonna hate this, but when they release the free thing that you can do the battling on, I'll probably do that.
Oh yeah, official showdown.
Yeah, official showdown. I'll probably play that, because it's free, and doesn't require me to have a Switch. Well, I do. Okay,
Yeah,
to be clear,
yes it does. It's
do
a Switch
have
game.
a Switch.
It's not gonna be a
Oh, is it only gonna be on Switch?
yeah. They're not gonna make like a web application. Oh, it might be a mobile game.
I thought it was. No, I was about to say. I think it was going to be on mobile.
Oh, I don't. It might be. I thought you meant like not have a Switch and
Mobile and
run it
maybe
on PC. I mean, you could always just emulate it, but then it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, no. I'm happy to play it on mobile. It's fine. It can temporarily replace Hearthstone while I'm not out of love with Hearthstone. Because actually, depressingly enough, the category of thing that YouTube said I watched the most of this year was Pokemon tournament content. Now, I don't believe this. I don't know how that could possibly be true. It wasn't. But I did watch a non-zero amount of Pokemon tournament content. And by that, I mean I watched the Wolfies.
Do you mean showdown, or do you mean tournaments
Stop.
as in like VGC tournaments?
VGC tournaments.
That's fucked up.
VGC tournaments. Because I watched a bunch of Wolfie stuff this year. Not like the Wolfie flop content that he likes to make. Like here the 10 best fire Pokemon or whatever. But the actual like tournament stuff, because I'm interested in how Pokemon metas and stuff shape out. It's an interesting thing to me. Because it's very different than how the metas shape up in a lot of the games that I'm involved in. Like a very different. So I find that intriguing. But yeah. And I think I watched a bunch when Bopper said that he was going to one. I was like, yeah, I want to understand this a little better. I want context to see just how bad or good his team is. Actually, not a bad team.
Well, yeah, because he didn't make it.
Well, no, but originally it was going to be someone with some understanding was going to make a team based off of stuff he already had, which was going to be bad, right? Like, because he just did like a normal playthrough of the game, but then he actually ended up putting in some effort and getting some stuff. So yeah, I mean he didn't do well. I think he went 1-7 or something. But like his team was fine. And like I was originally like a singles person through and through. Because my favorite Pokemon is aggressively a singles Pokemon. I haven't. Do you remember what my favorite Pokemon is?
Nope. Oh, yeah, it's a Klefki.
Yeah, it's the key ring. Yeah. Do you know the thing about about Klefki and the
No,
like anything goes format?
no. I know that I used Klefki once when I played through whatever game it was in when it came out. And I'm like, hey, that's a guy. It's a good guy.
Yeah, good guy. So Klefki, so there are like 6 Pokemon that dominate the meta of the anything goes Pokemon Showdown format, and they are Primal Groudon, Primal Kyogre, Mega Rayquaza, Arceus, uh, something else, something Eternatus or
Mhm.
whatever, one of the new big guys, and Klefki. Because Klefki in a one-on-one matchup actually bodies all of them. Klefki had to have a clause added for it because it could body almost anything, actually. Um, because it can paralyze plus confuse plus increase the enemy's attack so that there's like a 80% chance it does nothing. Uh, of that 80, there's like a 40% chance it hits itself with extremely increased damage. And then it just starts using foul play and it starts attacking with the enemy's increased attack. Um, which is so good. And because it's Trickster, it gets all this off. It can do basically all this off before, and it's bulky enough to basically survive any of these Pokemon without setup. Um, so, oh no, the other one is I think Xerneas. And it's just so good. Who it who would have thunk it? The everyone's favorite move, Swagger, buff your opponent's attack by 2 stages and confuse them. Um, on Klefki was the thing that can fight God. Um, but it's pretty thick.
Yeah.
Pretty thick. Unfortunately, that will never come to any actual competitive format, and it only works in singles for obvious reasons. So I will never experience that particular thing in no one will ever experience that in any actual competitive format. But it is funny, and I do hope Klefki gets good again. It's vaguely usable. The issue is I love like support Pokemon too much. Like I'd want to run Klefki and Alolan Ninetales and like, but like those are both screen setters. I can't have a team entirely of screen setters.
Sure, you could. You would
I
lose,
could,
but
but I would.
you can
I would
exist.
lose. Yeah. And in my love of these like screen setters and stuff, I don't like some of the actually really good uh like support Pokemon like Amoonguss and stuff. So, I've Alolan Ninetales is a really good Pokemon, but Klefki's found its way onto the occasional team. They definitely not usable together, and like they're my 2 favorite Pokemon that are around right now. So it's kind of sad on that front. Because I would love to use them together, but they're both fairy types who are like support screen setters. So ugh, fat out of luck. But I would be excited to like try some actual. Who knows when it comes out? Maybe we can both do some official competitive Pokemon stuff as a game eventually. You'd hate it.
I would.
It'd be awesome.
There's nothing about like that I least like about Pokemon than the meta and fighting dudes for real.
Yeah.
And yet,
I mean, I sort of got disillusioned with it because it got boring and stale and shit. And then I realized, wait, that's because I'm playing singles. That's my format, where there's only like 5 actions one could possibly take every turn. For a total of like 25 potential outcomes every turn. not factoring in like crits and like percentage chances and stuff, right? So there's like 25 sets of things that someone could possibly happen, right? But like, you know, obviously that number is considerably bigger for it's for doubles. So you know that's interesting. So you know who knows? I may find myself doing that. I've really fallen out of love with Hearthstone the past year. It's sad, but alas.
Well.
So, anything else we want to cover before we wrap it up for the day?
Not that I'm thinking of. Nothing outside of. I mean, of course, we have our last. The last thing we need to do for any one of these episodes, but.
Yeah. So.
Shall I move on? To our ranking?
The next game.
Oh, that's not what I was talking about. I meant the list of unhappy compromises.
Oh, yeah. Let's do that.
So.
Yeah.
Is Fear and Hunger 2 Termina better than Tales of Monkey Island? Yes.
Yes.
Is Fear and Hunger 2 Termina better than Transistor? Yes.
Yes.
Is Fear and Hunger 2 Termina better than Castlevania Rondo of Blood? Yes.
Yes.
Is Fear and Hunger 2 Termina better than Sunless Sea? Yep.
I mean, no, but in the context of everything else, yes.
Is Fear and Hunger 2 Termina better than Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy Orc? One could argue, but yes.
Are you ready to say yes? Because I'm not sure if I am.
Oh, really? Okay, hold on. Well, okay, let's talk about this.
I look back on both very fondly, right?
Uh-huh.
They were like the two best that were reasonable. 100 Line is stupid. 100 Line is stupid game. So long. We were doing that. Basically spending all our time doing this one thing for so long. Like, just ridiculous bullshit. Stupid game of scales. Stupid game on so many levels. But of our two, like, actual best games, it's those two, definitely, right? Like,
well, there's one above Fire Emblem, though.
Oh, shit. What's the one above Fire Emblem?
Elden Ring.
That's above Fire Emblem?
Do you want to change the list? I would be more than happy to change the list, but I thought we were pretty clear that the multiplayer experience of Elden Ring and Erdtree was better.
Oh, yeah, no, I hadn't considered that. The actual multiplayer experience of it was really good.
It's about these experiences, at least somewhat.
Because it was done in such a concise manner, and, you know, Fire Emblem was not done in such a concise manner. It's really hard to say.
It's hard to say.
No, I think it moves on.
What, Fear and Hunger?
Thinking about, Fear and Hunger. But in that case, I think it also has to move past Elden Ring.
Yeah. So, see, I went into this completely sure that it was our new number one. I thought we were both in agreement well beforehand that it was our new number one. Aside from, of course, the King, Eternal, Immortal, Unbroken, 100 Line of Defense Academy.
Yeah, so I just hadn't thought about Fire Emblem in a long, like, our Fire Emblem playthrough in a long time, and I just thought back on it, was like really, really fondly.
I had a lot of great memories. Because now that time has passed, stuff like the chapter, I think it was chapter 9, village shit that you got annoyed at, Path Fades, and all that we remember
it was so fucking bullshit.
All we remember is Super Cuck Chair.
Yeah, Super Cuck Chair. Well, just I remember my guys.
So like Lewin, your favorite guy.
I love Lewin, world's most pathetic man. I love him.
Midir, classic guy.
Midir, but mostly I love my archers, my horse archers, but mostly I just love my Pegasus Knights. Yeah. And of course, the other day, the other day a certain someone posted a certain chibi. How do you say that out loud? Chibi?
I say chibi.
It's not a Yeah, it's not a thing that I think should be said out loud very
Yeah,
often.
that's true. I would agree.
But yeah, chibi artwork of a certain character.
Yeah.
And that made me very happy thinking back on like what the fuck I did with her. Man. So I just have an overall very positive, like, I don't know, look back. I sort of remember all the annoying bullshit things as funny.
Yeah,
and
that's true, they
all
are.
all the good stuff is good, and everything else is the hours and hours just spent moving troops across the map as just like that. That's the part that
That's
was
the video
definitely
game.
the worst.
That's the video game right there.
That's the video game, but that's also the part that, you know, has gone by the wayside that I don't remember anymore, and that's the part that was holding it back. But yeah, this is not about that game though. So yeah, new top game.
Top game. Where do we put Majora's Mask?
Can I say the bottom? You kill me.
Well,
this is not a good experience.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you'd say number
Objectively,
8.
it was an awful
To
experience.
get it, number 8, 1/4-ish, kind of, maybe like 1/5 of Majora's Mask.
God, it was... And it's not like a snapshot of a game can't rate well on this list. Some of these exist.
That's true.
It was just such a shit experience. Just so amplified by both our computers breaking. That, you know...
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of computers breaking, I've gotten through this whole thing without the thing TM happening.
Yeah.
So I'm curious about that.
It's impressive.
I'm gonna launch like a game after this and see if it proceeds to happen happen immediately. So yeah, fun stuff. This has been a while coming. How long are we at? Almost 3 hours. I thought we were gonna get done at like 2:30 because I was like, yeah, we're sort of running out of steam, and that was half an hour ago.
You talked about Pokemon for 20 minutes.
Yeah, that happened, I guess. No Marvel anecdote
Thank
this time.
God.
Marvel anecdote time.
No, please, God, no.
I've been watching a new Marvel show.
Okay.
And by new, I mean an old Marvel show. Not like old Marvel show. A certain show by the name of Legion. And it's not like the other Marvel shows. It's just a psychedelic, weird fever dream. Due to the nature of the character it's about. There's barely any tie-in to anything else other than, whoa, he's a mutant, and hinting that his dad is like Charles Xavier, like, of the X-Men. Legion is cool. It's a good show. This is awesome. If you are of the age of like 18, you should watch it. 18 or higher, you should watch it. It's thick. And don't go into it thinking Marvel. Just go into it thinking weird psychedelic bullshit. It's awesome. There are basically only 2 like actual Marvel characters in it, and that is our protagonist and our antagonist. And it doesn't like treat them as Marvel characters. It's just characters who happen to be from Marvel, and it's awesome. It's mostly just psychedelic and weird. I've also been watching The Wire. Also, banger show.
Yeah.
Both of those do recommend. Again, if you are like 18 or older, because both of those shows are a lot. They are so much, but they're great. What else have I been watching? I don't know. I've been rewatching X-Men Evolution. That's Marvel, and that's good. More mutant shit, but that's like a good show. But it's good. It's real good. And you watch anything? You a watcher of things?
I have been
I'm generally not,
alongside
but I found myself.
GGP, it's a podcast, good podcast of Abnormal Mapping Network. I've been rewatching Escaflowne. I actually need to finish it because the last two, their last episode on it came out, and I haven't gotten around to it. I'm gonna get to rewatch the movie, which is pretty good. I like the movie. I think it's better than an interesting one. But other than that, I've been watching. Okay, I've been what? Fuck. I've been watching a lot of movies for like class and shit, but we saw Kamikaze Girls the other day. That's a really good movie.
Oh yeah. It's on my list.
Yeah. It's an interesting one.
Oh, I've been watching two other things that I forgot about. Well, I not watching for this one, just watched. Yeah. Look Back.
That's right. Look
Back.
Very
good. Very sad.
Very good.
Sick short film. Also, I've been watching something not sick. Danganronpa 3.
Oh, that's
it's
right. You
awful.
Doesn't that end tomorrow? Like soon?
I don't know. I started watching them independently.
Yeah.
But yeah, meaning V3 coming up.
It's true.
Very excited.
Very exciting. Very exciting.
For Bopper V3. But yeah, DR3 so much worse than I remember it being.
Is it
Jesus
really?
Christ. Yeah,
it's at least probably still a lot better than Tribe 9. Rest in peace, Tribe 9. This is our first episode in a post Tribe 9 world.
But here's the thing, it's not even like funny bad. It's just bad. It's just uninteresting bad.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I haven't watched it in 9 years.
Yeah, I just don't feel obligated to. It's not it. I should go watch Tribe 9. It would be funny, but also I'm watching.
No, it's really bad.
but that's funny. But I've been The Wire and the Wire and Legion. So
One other movie.
Funny.
Okay, you have an anecdote.
No. This is too big of an anecdote to cover now. Remind me in our next episode to talk about Fred Durst.
I see.
That is probably the funniest anecdote of this semester. Honestly, it was really good. It was really fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One last good movie. The best movie I've seen in a long time. Kids Return, 1996. Takashi Kitano. Awesome. I think it's really good. I think it's really good. I was like, damn, that shit hit.
I was just scrolling up. What the hell is this?
What's what?
What did you? I was just scrolling up in our general. You in Japan you found an NRA hat?
Yeah. At like a thrift store. It was like an NRA hat.
I'm a Capitalism USA shirt.
Yes.
And
that was months ago.
That was months ago. I missed that.
Why are you scrolling up so far? Are you like? Do you have like a problem?
Oh, it's more of an idle thing. And I just happened to see that and was like, wait, what? Awesome thing. Anyway, everyone have a great holidays. Drink yourself some eggnogs.
No.
Eggnog?
Eggnog is ass.
Eggnog. Drink eggnog. Eggnog is like ambrosia. It's the drink of the gods. Nope. It's so good.
Nope. A drink of the gods is Bakari sweat mixed with Aronoman seed. That'll save you from everything.
Sure.
You can't speak because you haven't had it, but...
No, I have not.
Oh my god, I almost forget about our 3 trials. I'm scrolling with in general. I almost forgot about the 3 trials I went through in Kyoto.
You can talk about this next time.
Yeah. Do not have time for that.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Oh god, the when you first got into Japan and had the
I was dying.
And had Aquarius for the first time, assuming it was just water.
And I was like, this is like it's not. And it wasn't even just like normal Aquarius. It was like frozen Aquarius. It was a block of ice. It was a frozen Aquarius that would slowly melt throughout the day.
I feel like Aquarius has a reputation. I'm really surprised that you didn't.
No, I know exactly. I know Picard, and that's it. Because why would you drink Aquarius? It's a Coke product. We're not fucking with them.
Yeah, but I've never had it. I'm saying it's got a reputation. Anyway, so maybe we'll talk more about Japanese drinks in the next episode.
Maybe.
Sure.
Anything, it could happen. Alright, that's an episode. See you next time for the... Well, we'll have to fill the time with something. Probably will not be about the game.
Well, it'll probably be about the 3 trials, honestly. Three trials and Fred Durst.
Please look forward to it.
For the record, the next game is one of my favorites. Genuinely one of my favorite games in the world, but, stuff happened.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it next time.
That's all. We're actually ending it now.
That's all.
Yep.
Finn, it's over.
Go home.
Yeah. Go home. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Yeah, you say this, but I haven't stopped recording. And here we go.